Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Pawn's drunk loves ya.
Keep it light, keep it light, keep it light, keep it light. Get it light, get it light, get it light. Get the light beat going. And get the light, and get the light beat going. And get the light, and get the light beat going. Get the light, the light. Get the light beat going. Get the light, the light. Yeah. And I'll say it. And you lay it. Crossovers, pinball, jump shot, Jay. Yes, indeed. Let me tell you what I need. I need money. Don't need fame. No beef, no 50, no game. I am the light. I keep it tight. With all my might. What's all? You know how I'm doing. I don't even need no music. No music.
What up? You already know this is Pawn's Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know we in the end of 2025. Good year in the sport of boxing. Good year. Like I said before, I'm not going to say it's one of the best years of the sport of boxing. I think it was a good year. I think it was a decent year. Again, I think that 2023 was probably one of the most historic years in the sport of boxing. I think that 2024 didn't live up to the 2023 year. I don't think that 25 lived up to the 2023 year. But I believe that 2026 is going to be an extraordinary year in the sport of boxing. Historic year in the sport of boxing. You already know it started off ladies first. January 3rd, Puerto Rico. Shout out to all the Puerto Rican people out there. You already know you got Amanda Serrano, the 7th Division World Champion, featherweight undisputed, La Reina del Boxeo. You already know the real deal. Amanda Serrano going to be performing versus Tellez January 3rd, Puerto Rico. Shout out to Aguadilla, Bayamon, San Juan. You already know. And then we moving over to the Barclays Center. Subriel Matias, another Puerto Rican monster in the 140-pound division, one of the stacked division in the sport of boxing. Subriel Matias versus Smith from the UK. And then you got in the co-main, or the underdog, not the underdog, the co-main. And the undercard, you got La Bazooka, Henry Cedeño Martinez versus Santiago, a Dominican clash out there in the Barclays Center, January 10th, Brooklyn, New York. And then we move into the big room, the best arena in the world, the Mecca, Madison Square Garden, January 31st, the #1 primary fight of the generation, Teofimo Lopez, the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief, the two-time lineal champion, should be recognized, the first two-division undisputed world champion in the full belt era by defeating Vasily Lomachenko. They're moving up to the 140-pound division, defeating Josh Taylor. And you got Shakur Stevenson, Tri-State Area's home, Newark, New Jersey, 3-division world champion, Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez for the generation. Who's going to be the face of American boxing? Who's going to be the new face, baby? The takeover versus the prodigy, Shakur. And y'all already know in the co-main event, we got Keyshawn Davis, Virginia, you own. Yeah. In the land of the Michael Vicks, in the land of the Allen Iverson, we got Keyshawn Davis, USA Silver Olympian versus Ortiz, Jermaine Ortiz, el Dominicano, el Puertorriqueño de Massachusetts. Is going to be a good year. And ladies and gentlemen, not forgetting January 24th. Is it January 24th? Yeah. Matter of fact, we get January 24th. I think it's 24th or the 31st in the UK before the big fight. You got Josh Kelly Josh Kelly versus Bakram. A lot of people saying that Bakram is the boogeyman in the sport of in the 154-pound division, the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. 154, I call it the landmine division. Division. Anybody can get it. Josh Kelly, pretty boy Josh Kelly. I got him winning the upset versus Bakram, ladies and gentlemen. And we also got El Cubano, El Salsero de Andy Cruz versus Mauritania, a Cuban in the Mexican clash. I love it. January is going to be lit. Weekend after weekend, day after day, promo after promo, fight after fight, baby. And Punch on Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine, the high octane, the best delivery, the best energy in the sport of boxing, baby. Yeah, but let's talk about what we saw from the Japanese warrior, Japanese samurai. Naoya Inoue, making a Picasso out of David Picasso. Ladies and gentlemen, Naoya Inoue regarded pound for pound. 1, 2, you can flip it around. Now that Bud Crawford has retired, it's easy to say. Naoya Inoue, pound for pound. 1, 2, you can flip it around. If you got Usyk, respect it. If you got Naoya Inoue, respect it. The 2025 Fighter of the Year. Naoya Inoue, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed, has fought 4 times this year. The Fighter of the Year. The Fighter of the Year. The Japanese samurai. Japanese warrior. Naoya Inoue. No, it's not Bud Crawford because he fought 1 time and defeated Canelo Alvarez. It was a great win, historic win, but he's not Fighter of the Year. He gets the win of the year. He gets the victory of the year. He does not get Fighter of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Naoya Inoue performed 4 times. Defended his undisputed crown 4 motherfucking time. Yeah. Setting the tone. You ain't going to be just fighting 1 time a year and stuff like that. Nah. We don't need that. Let's go. Low Nose Boxing in the building. Low Nose Boxing in the building with the $2 super chat says that we are the TO7 Somos Pacos Pero Locos. Shout out to Low Nose Boxing in the building, man. Good live yesterday. Good live, my brother. Good live. And subscribe to my brother, Low Nose Boxing. He said, didn't Teofimo Lopez lose to George Cambosa? Yes, he lost to George Cambosa and then went to the 140-pound division and beat the man, the undefeated, the undisputed, the reigning undisputed, undefeated Josh Taylor. That's what he did after that. That's the way you brush it off. That's the way you get back on your feet. That's the way you get back on your horse and ride it. That's what happens. Yeah, man, we go through adversity just like everybody in the world go through adversity, huh? But it's how you pick yourself up. It's how you weather the storm. And that's what Teofimo Lopez did. Jumped to the division, went to beat the guy. He ain't fighting no Mario Barrios at 140. He want to fight the man, Josh Taylor. That's why he's 2-time lineal. You still stuck on what happened, but you got to move forward, baby. You got to move forward. Jackie Hernandez, Jackie, La Reina de Boxeo in the building. Happy holiday to Jackie Hernandez. Happy holidays to you and the kiddo. How you been, Jackie? How you been? And that's see, look at this football. We're gonna be talking about this. We're gonna be talking about this type of energy. We're gonna be talking about this type of energy. Look at ZJK says Josh Taylor was overrated. Cataro exposed him. All right. I like it. Spin the narrative, but remember, the narrative is always going to come right back around and bite you in the ass or kick you in the ass. Check this out. Okay, he said Josh Taylor was overrated. Cataro exposed him. Okay, so let's say this. Let's give it to Jack Cataro. How about this? Let's rewrite history, my brother. Me and you, let's rewrite history today. All right, Jack Cataro beats Josh Taylor. He becomes undisputed. And then Arnold Barbosa beats Jack Cataro. And then Teofimo Lopez in Times Square beat Arnold Barbosa to become the undisputed 140-pound. That's what happened when the narrative kicks your ass behind. You can spin any narrative, but the takeover takeover. Show up, baby. The takeover. Yeah, all right. You want it like that. Okay, Jack Catterall beat Josh Taylor. All right, cool. Honorable Barbosa beat Jack Catterall. Teofimo Lopez beat Honorable Barbosa. Dime ahora, ¿qué tú quieres, maldito estúpido? Ahora. Háblame ahora. Háblame ahora, sí. Maldito estúpido. Come on, man. I'm the narrative killer out here, bruh. Fuck out of here, man. Get your hating ass out of here, bruh. I'm the narrative killer out here, bruh. Let me see if I can add that one. Trump, shit. Goddamn. Shit. Yeah, Teofimo did be on about bullshit. I thought I had punch wrong boxing there. I thought I had punch wrong boxing there. Shit, the motherfucker too good. All right, you got me. And now you're tuning into January 31st, Madison Square Garden. I Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Yeah. He's gonna be fighting for Teo's belt. Yeah. Why? How about you go to Australia and watch what George Kambosos is doing in Australia right now? He said, Stevenson smoking your boy just like Bud smoke Duck Nello. We gonna see, but I hope you're gonna tune in. Because all I know is, what's that narrative again about Teofimo Lopez? What's that narrative, Samuel? That Teo fights to the level of his competition, right? All right, maybe that Teofimo Lopez going to show up. I mean, you and I know what happens when Teofimo Lopez fights to the level of his competition, right? You know when Teofimo Lopez shows up and fight a pound-for-pound cannibal fighter. You know that, Samuel. You know what Teofimo Lopez does, right, Samuel? You tell me what Teo does when he faces a pound-for-pound fighter, a high-caliber fighter. What was wrong with Chaco? A southpaw? Oh, what was Josh Taylor? A southpaw? What is Shakur Stevenson? Pound-for-pound, southpaw. Let's go, Teo. All day, Teo. All day, baby. Let's go. That's what I want. Keep that narrative going, baby. Keep it going. I love it. This new energy 2026, bro. You thought it was lit before? I'm going to be litty after litty after littier. January lit. February littier. March littier. Yeah, come on now. I want energy. Give me more energy. What more you want from me? What more you want? Huh? I think that my boy's gonna smoke your boy. How, nigga? How is he gonna smoke my guy? Huh? Shakur can't smoke nobody. He points people. He outpoints them. That's what he does. I'll point you here, hit you there, and if it gets too rough, I may run like Edo de los Santos. Let's go. Smoking nothing. Knocking out nothing. Hurting nothing. You better give me a new terminology. See, you at least say this. I think Shakur Stevenson is going to outpoint Teo. I think Shakur Stevenson might, finesse Teo. Say it smooth, lighter, like a beta male. You know what I'm saying? When we're talking about Shakur Stevenson doing something, he ain't gonna fuck up Teo. He ain't gonna hurt Teo. He ain't gonna smoke Teo. He ain't gonna wash Teo. He will outpoint. Point. He might tickle him. Point him. I will point. I will point. Hey, yo, put it this way. Smoke. How about you bet? Because people like to say that shit. Come on, let's bid on it. How about you bet that Shakur is gonna stop Teofimo Lopez? Bet that. Not even to put a gun in your head. Right now, put a gun in your head right now. Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson is going to knock out Teofimo Lopez? No. I think you said no. You stay alive. Fuck out of here, bro. If Kambosos could drop Tio, Shakur could drop Tio. If Edo de los Santos could make Shakur run like a bitch, Teofimo Lopez gonna make that motherfucking sprint. Keep that narrative going, baby. Keep it going. If George Kambosos could drop Tio, then Shakur can. If Edo de los Santos could make Shakur Stevenson run in the ring, Teofimo Lopez gonna make him run out the ring, across the street, and take the PAP train to Pennsylvania, baby. That's what he's gonna do. Keep it coming. Come on now. Come on, baby. Come on. Keep it coming. Salvador, one of the members. Man, they got me wrong. You in the wrong channel, baby. You in the wrong channel. I'm snappy with it, baby. I'm the narrative killer, the narrative slayer. What more narratives you got for me? What more narratives you got for me? Tell me your opinion. I give you mine. If George Kambosos could drop, then Shakur could drop. What the fuck? If this guy runs from Edo de los Santos, imagine what Teofimo Lopez go. Teofimo gonna make boo, and Shakur is gonna run across. He might miss his exit. He gonna miss his exit. Ladies and gentlemen. But before we go to the other fights, because of course we're gonna be talking about that fight for a long time, leading up to the fight. And it's going to get more chippier. It's going to get, even the people that got Shakur, shout out to Shakur. Shakur is one of my favorite fighters as well. But the closer it gets to the fight, people going to be like, man, Shakur's going to do his thing, man. His defense too good. And then the closer they get to the fight, the more that you study. The closer it gets to the fight, the more that you study. And everything that I was been telling y'all leading up to the fight, that's when you're going to open up your eyes while y'all studying and say, hold on, this is what's going to happen. You're going to Google or you're going to YouTube search and say, okay, Shakur Stevenson's highlight. Then you go, nah, that's just highlight. Everybody look good on the highlight. And then you're going to be like, nah, man, Shakur Stevenson is the best defensive fighter in the... And then you're going to go back to Shakur and Cepeda. And you're going to be like, God, shit. I mean, Cepeda, man. Like, Cepeda got dropped by Tevin Farmer. Why the fuck this guy landed 200 and something shots on Shakur? Shit. 9th round with Pally. I mean, he just came off the couch, man. Pally ain't no damn Tio. Shit. And he ran from De Los Santos. Shit, fuck. I mean, let me see what type of elite fighters he's fought. Shit, goddamn. Last time was Oscar about that. Yeah. Motherfuckers gonna get a rude awakening and shit like that. They gonna be like, goddamn. And while as a matter of fact, you know what these people motherfuckers is doing? They keep studying Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos. They keep watching Tio and George Kambosos. They'll be like, shit, look what I feel like that Shakur's gonna fight him. Hey yo, when you predicting a fight, you better analyze the best Shakur versus the best Tio, because Shakur is preparing for the best Tio, and Tio is preparing for the best Shakur. While you trying to analyze the best Shakur versus the worst Tio, that's when you're going to go wrong in that fight. But do what you do, because the more people that pick against Tio, the better it is. Because I know my guy Tio is going to feed off that. The thing is, you guys are doing me a favor as a boxing content creator, and trust me, you doing him the favor. The more people pick against him, the more he not on the pound for pound list, the more y'all say the Shakur is better, the more y'all devalue and strip and this everything that he's earned, and everybody on Shakur's side, and he gonna be like, oh shit. You see, Tio's kind of quiet, right? I'm telling you folks right now, Teofimo Lopez is locked in than I ever seen before. Motherfucker T don't even know me right now. He said, Punch, I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting everybody off. My son, I ain't gonna see my son. I ain't gonna see my mama. I'm going to only see my daddy because he my trainer, but fuck the world. It is time to conquer the world. January 31st in Madison Square Garden. And in the back of your mind, you're like, I hate this dude. But yeah, dude, it's good. I know in the back of your mind. Damn motherfucker, good though. You know what I'm saying? He good. He good. But don't worry. It's gonna be all right, Savage. It's gonna be all right. Let them think what they think. I heard the same shit leading up to the Comey fight. I heard the same shit leading up to the Lomachenko fight. I heard the same shit leading up to the Josh Taylor fight. I heard the George Cambosa stuff. Oh, man, you heard him at the post-fight interview. Oh, he said, what did Teofimo Lopez say? Do I still got it? That motherfucker don't got shit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. They're still with the same narrative. It's all good. Godspeed in the building. Godspeed, only speed. Ladies and gentlemen, all right. Naoya Inoue has proven to the world that he's great time after time. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it real and let's keep it honest. Where are all this hate is coming from towards Naoya Inoue? I mean, it wasn't there like 5 years ago because I've been in this community for a long time. A lot of channels was not talking about Inoue. A lot of channels was not talking about the bantamweight division, the super bantamweight division, the flyweight division, the super flyweight division, the strawweight. Many in this community do not talk about that. And I'm gonna say a couple of channels that only talk about those divisions, and that would be True School Sports, Ring IQ, Punch on Boxing. That's it. Ain't nobody talking about no damn strawweight, flyweight, bantamweight. Ain't nobody talking about that. Just us for the past years. That's what I know. I've been in this community for a long time. Ain't nobody talking about it. But now all of a sudden, ain't nobody was out here doing live shows with Casimero. Inoue versus Casimero. Ain't nobody out here did a live show outside of those channels that I just named. And we was talking about Tanaka versus Ioka. Ain't nobody out here talking about that but us. All right? Let's be real. Let's be honest. Gifted, let's go. Caesar gifted another membership to one of the special people in the chat. Good looking now. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest, bro. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it honest. Shout out to all the members, baby. Smash that like if it was smashing your show there, baby. Now, I know. Sometimes the delivery is too rough. I know some people just walking into the channel be like, man, this guy talk too loud. He talk too rough. He talk too fast. But damn it, it's a combat sport. What you want me to do? Talk, such smooth. Mr. Inoue had a great victory versus Picasso. Fuck that. I see the hate and I don't like it. I know this community very, very well. I know the narrative. I know how to debunk the narrative. I know the rage bait, hate. I know everything. These motherfuckers don't even know why they hate Inoue. Because like I've been saying religiously on my channel, and people be like, hey, yo, but Punch, you always trying to diss the fans. That this the fans' fault. No, it's not, Punch. It's the promoter's fault. It's the network's fault. It's the manager's fault. There ain't no reason in this God's green earth that anybody should hate Naoya Inoue. Nobody with a boxing eye, eyeballs, tears and shit. The white and the fucking pupils and shit like that watch the sport of boxing should hate on Inoue. That's the thing is a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed. In 12 months, he made a 2-division undisputed champion. He's for 4 motherfucking time. What? That's an enigma now. That's impossible now. Seeing somebody fight 4 times. We've been begging fighters fight more times. Inoue do it. We've been saying, yo, we want fighters to fight for legacy. Inoue does it. Yo, so he fighting up. He fights accomplishment. He defends his undisputed world championship crown. What more do you want from the Japanese? What more do you want from the samurai? What more do you want from the warrior? You know what you want? You want him to speak English. That's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. I don't like Inoue. I mean, I don't think he's marketable. Fuck marketable. He puts 50,000 seats in Japan, okay? So fuck your little marketable shit. I want to see him fight in America. For what? For what? Fight who? Anybody? Who do you want to see him fight in America? I'll wait. Raps all boxing out is the voice of the UK. London, bro. Why he don't fight in America, though? He did fight in America versus Jason Maloney. Y'all remember Maloney? He said, bam, bam. Bam is at 115, my guy. And I've spoken to Bam. Bam said that will be in the works from when it comes that time. The only reason why y'all mentioning Bam, because that's the only name that y'all know, Bam. Yeah, I remember just last year, it wasn't even about Bam and Inoue. These motherfuckers was talking about, if you think that Inoue is that great, how about he goes to the 135-pound division and face Gervonta Davis then if he's that great? Y'all remember that shit? Y'all remember that shit? These motherfuckers was hating on Inoue so bad that he like, so why he don't go to, if he's that good, if he's that great, how about his bantamweight self go to the 135-pound division and face Gervonta Davis? Let's be real. Let's be honest, man. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Hey, yo, and I'm American, bro. I'm patriotic, ladies and gentlemen. I got a tattoo of the American flag right here. I'm massive patriotic. But me patriotic, I know the beautiful thing about being American, and I know the dirt. I know how we are, especially as boxing fans, and we a bunch of fucking haters. That's how we live and wake up to hate. Hate is in our blood. We are devil's children, bro, in the boxing world, bro. We are the devil's children in the boxing world. We hate on everything that we don't know about, and we hate on everything that's good. I'm going to say it again. We hate on everything that we don't even know about, and we hate everything that's good. We're toxic, drama, controversy, dirtiness sells. The more dirt the woman puts out there, the more that we like it. The more dirt and dysfunctional characteristic about us, we sell it to the world. We are chaotic. We are dramatic. We are poison. We are a cesspool in the American fan base in the sport of boxing. We are a cesspool. If I was Inoue, I said, don't come to America, Inoue. You stay out there. We are dirty. The only thing we want you to come over here to America is so you can be closer to us, so we can flame and smoke you. The American has killed boxing, ladies and gentlemen. The American fucked up boxing fans, killed the sport in America. And yo, we hate so much. We the one that told HBO, get the fuck out of here. We the one that told Showtime, don't pay attention to boxing. The American boxing fans is the reason ESPN don't want no part of that. NBC don't want no part of us. No American network wants to do anything with the sport of boxing. And you wonder wonder why. Because we shit on everything. We have sent the message to the powers that be and their money that they willing to invest in their sponsors that we don't give a fuck about boxing. Hey, yo, is Shakur Stevenson is great? He's boring. Is Teofimo Lopez the takeover? Is he good? He loves to jug Cambosa. Is Devin Haney good? Oh, man, he a bitch. He boring. Ryan Garcia, he's trash. Charlo, they trash. Taco, they trash. Boots haven't done nothing. Virgil don't got a title. We hate on Deontay Wilder can box. We hate on everything. Everything that is potential to be could be good. We hate it. What about Earl Say? He's retired. Oh, he got mental illness. Oh, he got this. This one ain't shit. This one is that. We threw everybody in the dirt. We throw everybody in the dirt to the point that the powers that be finally listened to the boxing fans and they said, why should we invest? There's nobody great. Who is the poster boy of American boxing now that Bud Crawford has retired? Give me a name right quick. Who's the poster boy? Jake Paul? Dang, that's why Netflix supports Jake Paul. They don't even know boxing. They putting the money on Jake Paul. Because at least Jake Paul, he got a unique fan base that's going to support him anyway. The boxing world hates him. But outside the boxing world, oh, they love him. They love him. If they put a fight on pay-per-view, we say, we ain't going to pay for pay-per-view. We rob the shit. When we say it's too expensive, Turkey came over here. He put the prices a little lower to $24.99, and we still robbed it. And we in the last crescendo did $45K in American soil. We robbed the fight. Hey, yo, Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. We laughed because it was 51K pay-per-view buys. We laughed because Shakur Stevenson's couple fans was walking out the damn stadium. We say Teofimo Lopez having him perform in the big room. He performed in the Hulu theater. Oh my God, we just shit on everything that got potential to be good. If Teofimo Lopez was a UK fighter, he'd be king. If Devin Haney was from the UK, he'd be king. If Devin Haney was Japanese, he'd be the man. If Teofimo Lopez was Japanese, he'll be selling just as much as Naoya Inoue in Japan. If Shakur Stevenson was from Australia, they love him. If Jamel Charlo was Mexican, you would appreciate him. You hate on everything that is good, and then you hate on everything that you don't know. Say the motherfucking truth. You don't follow the cruiserweight division because there's not really an American up there. Now David Benavidez is going up there. Now you're like, okay, now we got the cruiserweight division. You're David Benavidez. You didn't care about the cruiserweight division because there was no American, so you shit on it. So we say that the cruiserweight division ain't shit. No, you ain't shit. Your boxing knowledge ain't shit. The reason why you don't follow the flyweight and the bantamweight is because there's really no Americans there. So by saying, so I don't follow those weight classes. No, it's not you don't follow the weight classes. It's because you were casual. You don't follow the weight classes because you don't know the names. You don't study. You stuck on a 135 because Tank is there. You're stuck on 140 because Tio and Devin Haney and Ryan was there. You're stuck on 147 because Earl Spence and Bud Crawford Thurman was there. And then at 154, there was Eastern Europeans, and y'all was saying it was the weakest division when Punch Drunk Boxing was telling y'all for years that the 154-pound division was the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. But you ain't like Jamel Charlo because you hated on PBC and you never gave me credit to the 154. But guess what? Virgil Ortiz moved up, and Boots is about to come up and stuff like that. And y'all like the Tim Zoo, you know what I'm saying? And be like, oh, 154 is stacked up. Why the 168-pound division is the ghost town right now? Charlo haven't fought. You got Carlos Adama, Dominicana, they're going to be performing on January 31st. You got Jenovic. You don't like Jenovic because Jenovic is not American and stuff like that. Lara is Cuban. You ain't going to support Lara because he's a little bit boring and because a lot of people say that he would have beaten Canelo Alvarez and stuff like that. And then you move to the 160-pound division. You got Canelo Alvarez. You go to the light heavyweight division, you already know Bavon and Beterbiev because that's an undisputed bout. And then the reason why they say that the heavyweight division is not what it used to be because there ain't no fucking American that's doing their thing. That doesn't mean that the heavyweight division is bad. Because Usyk could perform in any era. Tyson Fury could perform in any era. Yeah. But you don't support it because Deontay Wilder hasn't been Deontay Wilder for a while. Andy Ruiz is eating too much Butterfingers. So there's no American. Jerry Anderson got knocked out, got beaten by Bacoli. And you're like, the heavyweight division is not good. No, it's because Americans are not good at the moment in the heavyweight division. No, it's not that you don't like the flyweight, you don't follow it. It's because you don't want to follow it because you're not a hardcore. You a fucking casual that like to diss casuals, but you're just much as a casual as a casual, you piece of human garbage ass. Should I pull the race card on this, folks? Should I say that, I'm trying to like figure it out. Why? Why would you hate Naoya Inoue? Why would you hate him? Huh? What's the reason? Well, yesterday, just this morning, he pitches a shutout. Where we critique, right? Critique certain people's performances. Let me tell you like this. Let's get this thing clear. Let's get this thing straight. When we critique certain performances from high level, high class, high profile fighters, we critique their performances when they step inside the ring with somebody that we know is not in their level and they go 12 rounds, right? We critique performances really like we constructive criticism, we fairly criticize fighters, even here, right? That they step inside a ring. I'll give you an example. We criticize Shakur Stevenson's versus Nakatila, in which he later apologized, because we know that Nakatila is no near the level of Shakur Stevenson, yet you're going 12 rounds with him, and it didn't look like you stepped on the gas and get him out of there, right? We critique Teofimo Lopez with the Steve Claggett performance because we know that Steve Claggett is no near the level of Teofimo Lopez, but he won 12 and he got his criticism, right? That's constructive criticism, right? Gervonta Tank Davis versus Pitbull Cruz got criticized, right? Devin Haney going 12 with Gamboa, that he was already over the hill and he was done, right? We criticize this. So there's constructive criticism with certain fighters, and we could go on and on and on. We constructive criticism with Virgil Ortiz versus Boachuk, even though that was an evenly matched up fight, knowing what they at in the moment of their rankings, right? So we criticize that. We criticize Jerome Boots Ennis for the first Karen fight for going 12, because we look at Boots, but in the end of the day, around that time, he didn't accomplish a lot of things, but he made his adjustments in the second fight. And he did what he had to do, put a hurt on them, drop them or whatever, right? So we could understand constructive criticism. The problem is that we massively criticize every little thing, bro. Everything. Like, we don't sit back and just be like, you know what is a fight? And not every fight is going to be easy. And in the history of the sport of boxing, we claim that we hardcore boxing fans. Even the guys that we least expected sometimes give the high invested, the high profile fighter, the high skillful fighter a problem, right? Let's be real. Like, Manny Pacquiao didn't give Floyd Mayweather a problem. Maidana did, but let's be real. Manny Pacquiao is way better than Maidana. But it happens. It happens, right? It's something that's missing in the sport of boxing with the boxing fans, that we do not evaluate character anymore. But when I grew up watching boxing, character was one of the biggest things that we look in a fighter. Character, meaning how if we say a fighter got a good chin, that means he needed to get fucking hit to see how he reacted from a good shot, so we could say he got a good chin. Nowadays, we don't even allow a fighter to show us that they got grit anymore. Right away, we run with exposed. Like, I like what Abdullah Mason showed. Yes, Abdullah Mason is young. You can't heavily criticize him, right? Abdullah Mason got hit quite too much for our liking because of what his potential could be. But at the same time that he's getting hit, he's showing us character. At the same time that he's getting hit, he's showing me that he got a chin. As much that he's getting hit, it tells me, goddamn, yeah, you may complain that he's getting hit, but the motherfucker got a chin. And that experience now may help him when he gets into a dogfight when he's elite. In the end of the day, it's still a fight. We see Naoya Inoue get dropped. What did he did when he get dropped? We see Naoya Inoue fight with a broken orbital bone. We seen other fighters take a knee with an orbital bone gets cracked. We seen fighters quit when their orbital bones get cracked. Danny Dubois, Kell Brook, not Naoya Inoue, not Katani. We seen Bam Rodriguez last year get his jaw broken and still managed to finish the fight and got back in the ring later on the year to get a knockout victory. Character was one of the primary things in how we look at fighters, just as much as we look at their skills. You know why? Because sometimes they're going to get into a dogfight and the character is what's going to win the fight. Sometimes we're going to the championship rounds and it's all tied up. Who's going to win the fight? Yeah, he got I already know what you're going to do. I gave you my best. You gave you your best. Now let's fight it out. The bigger dog is going to win that fight. Right? The American boxing fan, and this has become a domino effect. This had become a domino effect. In every podcast, from hip hop, now from sports, is that we're really falling in love with hating. We're really, and I think that this is a very detrimental to sports, enjoying sports. Like nowadays, it's even hard to enjoy the sport. Like even the WNBA, right? Look at the WNBA. I know a lot of people don't pay attention to the WNBA. You got Caitlin Clark putting a spark on women basketball, and then the race thing has to come about. They hating because, oh, she's only getting the type of praise because she's white. Man, she's a baller, man. She's balling now. Why y'all killing your hype with this race and make it a division thing? In America, we so toxic, man. The thing is that now, I mean, before it was like that, but now it becomes too lucrative that people don't want to pull back. It's gotten so lucrative to hate for many people on platforms that it just, now they can't pull back. Was cracking, stacking, punch, was good, G Smooth in the building. How can any boxing fan hate on Naoya Inoue? He's entertaining. He goes for accomplishments. He fights often. He's respectful. He carries himself well. What is it that somebody has, like, in anything, can we all like have all hands on deck? And when we see something special, just be like, yo, we're lucky to have him in this era. What is it to hate on Inoue? Because he's not American? Because I know you wish that your favorite fighter does what he does. I know you wish that your favorite fighter was entertaining like he is. I know you wish that he goes and for the titles like he does. He got everything, all the ingredients. He got all the ingredients and all the ingredients for us to support him as a boxing fan. So let me I'll give you an example. So I'm on X. I see this. I see comments like this. Let's read along. I see comments like this, right? It's the boxing voice. The boxing voice. Bro, you guys are high traffic. The #1 boxing podcast. The #1 boxing podcast. Ness, you've done an incredible job to establish this channel, to establish this platform, to establish a lot of people to tune into you and talk boxing talk. And this is what they tweet after Inoue. Crawford beats Majumov, and boxing fans say he only had 10 fights, even though he was a champion. But Inoue beats Picasso and gets no criticism. They call him a monster. So we can't celebrate Naoya Inoue. You have to put the Crawford thing in about Majumov. But let's be real, let's be honest. Crawford didn't look like a pound-for-pound fighter versus Majumov, right? And it was okay, to be honest, because he's going to his 4th division, in which Bud Crawford himself said that was his ceiling. But because somebody criticized, I know it wasn't a bunch of Japanese motherfuckers that came to YouTube and said, I think that Bud Crawford, he no good versus Majumov. I think he was pound-for-pound fighter. I know ain't nobody went to the boxing voice and called it like that, Ness. No, anybody, ain't no Japanese, a group of Japanese motherfuckers went to, hold on. I know we ain't never heard a bunch of Japanese motherfuckers go to the boxing voice and call in after the Majumov fight. Nas, Tuton. Did you see Paul Crawford fight with Majumov? He no good. He's a fraud. He's fraud. He don't deserve it. It's better than him. He's pound-for-pound fighter. Paul Crawford, he's a kappa. He's a fraud. How he's going to perform like that as a match of form? And then you're going to say that, it's a pound-for-pound lower than him. Fuck you, Nesaki. No, fuck you. Yo, ain't no fucking Japanese great. I don't even think the Japanese are on YouTube like this, bro. Ain't no Japanese fighter fan base going to no boxing channel hating on Bud Crawford. So why you gonna say, a lot of Bud Crawford, and say, why you gonna shit on Inoue like if it's Japanese fighters, Japanese fan base that's shitting on Bud Crawford? Let me call the boxing voice. Fuck a Bud Crawford. You saw he for performance of Majumov, and they gonna call him a pound-for-pound fighter. Hello, Tuton and Nestor Gibbs. Yeah, did you see what Bud Crawford performed? This is the reason why Nino is pound-for-pound #1 and 2. Bud Crawford behind him. Yeah. Yes. Bud Crawford not good. He got to, he got two to his head that he be Spence, and he think he's the best. He no best. He said, the 4th division 1 champion. Yes, it took Bud Crawford. It took Bud Crawford 30 fights to be 2-time undisputed. It took our Inoue 12 months to become a 2-division undisputed motherfucker. Right? So I'm just reading, right? I'm reading these tweets, bruh. I said, come on, and establish boxing channels, man. Let me keep on reading. He said double standard in boxing are crazy. Tank, then he goes to the Tank. Tank beats Frank Martin. They call Frank, a 28-year-old prospect. But the monster beats Picasso, and he's not considered a 33-fight prospect. Well, this was Picasso from the Ring magazine. He was number 3. Inoue already be number 1 and number 2. Why you mad? Why does Tank, and why would you even add Tank to the conversation of Inoue when we all know that Tank don't give a fuck about belts? Tank don't give a fuck about legacy. Tank don't give a fuck about being the best. Tank don't give a fuck about fighting the best. Why are you going to even mention Tank in the conversation of a 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed that fought 4 times and doesn't hit his baby mama? When Tank goes for this, you put him in the same sentence as Inoue. Don't put nobody in the same sentence with Inoue, and don't got this, don't look like this, don't want this. So why people mad? People mad because of the praise? That's what it is? Oh shit. Man, I don't like this motherfucker because a lot of it's the jealous shit. It's almost like when you in the block or you in school and man, girls love this dude, right? A GQ dude in school, y todas las mujeres le gustan a ese tigre, all the girls like this dude, and you like, man, I don't like that dude. Look at that motherfucker ain't shit, bro. Then you start bullying the dude because you just mad that other girls like him and they don't like you, like, or they don't give you props, or they don't tell you that you cute. So you mad at the guy that's getting man props from the chicks. Hating ass culture, bro. Our culture, yeah, I'm telling you, bro, is a disease, man. It's a disease, yo. I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. I know, man, I believe in God, man. I believe in God and everything in the book. I believe in scripture, yo. I'm telling you, bro. This culture, this community, man, the devil got his hands all wrapped in this community, my brothers. For real, man. Because you can't hate on, we can't hate on, we could critique certain things, but we just can't hate on everything like this. Hate on everything that's good. Even playing devil's advocate is no good. Because now you're giving some people an imagination to hate on that, to question greatness. Playing devil's advocate, think about it, playing devil's advocate. I hear that. That's why I stopped going. That's why I stopped going to channels and shit like that to debate. Because now I'm debating people that they don't believe what they're debating about. They don't believe what they're saying, but they need to make a show out of it. Or they need to make a live out of it. I'm going to play devil's advocate. No, I don't want you to play devil's advocate. I want you to keep it real. Let's keep it real. Let's educate the people so they can respect our sport. So we don't want to confuse people. We don't want to confuse people's greatness with others. Like everybody should be on deck. Every fucking boxing channel should be giving it up to Naoya Inoue. That's it. Ain't nothing to critique. Nigga, when Mike Tyson was fucking knocking everybody else out, we knew Mike Tyson was the man. No debates. Roy Jones Jr. in his prime was the man. No debates. The skill speaks in different languages. That's one of the beautiful things about the sport of boxing. And the Americans don't like it. I understand why we always want to go to the golden era. Because we had Hagler American, Hearn American, Leonard American. We had Durant. We have a beautiful sport that everybody enjoys. And every region, every side got their pound for pound fighter. Look at our sport. Who's pound for pound number 1 right now? Usyk, Ukraine. Number 2, Inoue, Japan. Number 3, Bivol, Russia. Number 4, Bam Rodriguez, right? And I'm talking about Bud is retired. But if you want to add Bud, American, Bam Rodriguez, American Mexican, of Mexican descent, right? Look at the variety. Look at the different. When we're with a buffet, it's a beautiful thing. Like everybody got their greatness. Everybody is bringing their sauce. Everybody is bringing, the greatest are bringing their, it's just like we just had Thanksgiving last month. We had Christmas, right? You spend time with your family. Your aunt is going to bring a dish. Your cousin brings a dish. You making a dish. Your wife make a dish. Your friend comes through. She makes a dish. And then you see the table and it's beautiful, right? That's boxing. That's boxing. The mashed potato is the greatest. The potato salad is the greatest. Arroz con guandule. Hey, yo, the pork, the roast pork. El pollo guisado. La carne, ay, the macaroni salad. Oh, the collard green. Oh, man, the pies and the cakes. That's boxing. That's boxing. What we do, what Americans do is, hey, yo, man, that potato salad. Come on, that potato salad is not like the pork, man. Damn, man. It gotta be more like the pork. But no, that the greatness of that potato salad is in the potato salad. The potato salad can't be the pork. I don't expect Usyk to be Inoue. I don't expect Bud to be Bivol. I don't expect Tio to be Shakur. I don't expect Bam to be Virgil or Boots. I don't expect David Benavidez to be Beterbiev. That's the beauty about boxing. It's one of one. Oh, but they criticize Haney and stuff like that. Haney got his thing. Haney got his thing. Now, hate and is one thing, right? Hate is one thing. Not my cup of tea is another, right? I know people that like pickles. I don't like pickles. I don't like pickles on my hamburger, right? Some people like ketchup on their pizza. I don't like ketchup on my pizza. Some people put garlic on their pizza. I like garlic on my pizza. Some people don't like Diet Coke. I like Diet Coke. Some people don't like tequila. They like rum. But they still like alcohol. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's not your cup of tea. Some men like thick chicks. Thick booty. Jiggalang, 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 jiggalang. Some men like petite, skinny. Some men like the face and booty. Some guys are titty guys. Some guys are ass guys. Some guys like the face. Some guys got toe fetish. Some guys don't give a damn about the toes. I got toe fetish. But some guys don't like the toes. There's some men. There's women that like other women. There's men that like other men. There's some men that like butchy women. There's some men that like women con pingas. There's some men that believe in marriage. There's some men that believe in polygamy. There's married men that believe in polygamy, but they just can't have the polygamy marriage. Right? It's preference. It's preference. For me, Devin Haney is not an entertaining fighter, but guess what? Motherfucker is a winner. Oh, he got skills. He's a winner. I always say that. He's a winner. Teofimo Lopez, one of my favorite fighters. Entertaining, go for the gusto. Inoue, entertaining, explosive, go for the gusto. Usyk, go for the gusto. Beautiful fighter. I mean, that's my cup of tea. My cup of tea that you could entertain. You go for the knockout. You go for legacy and stuff like that. You have charisma. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. I like to be entertained. I like to be entertained and see some great skills. Right? And I also like, I like to see certain fighters that have special attributes that other fighters don't have. I like Deontay Wilder. I've been supporting Deontay Wilder since the Olympics. Some people hate Deontay Wilder because they expect Deontay Wilder to be Mike Tyson. I don't want Deontay Wilder to be Mike Tyson. I like Mike Tyson the way that Mike Tyson, just like I like Muhammad Ali. As a matter of fact, yesterday, you know what I did after the live? I spent hours just looking at Muhammad Ali fights. I was listening to Muhammad Ali's album. I'm a Muhammad Ali fanatic, bro. And I didn't even live that time. He was floating like a butterfly. He was stinging like a bomb, bro. How many times that we hear that fighters was hated in the past and then they was appreciated when they retired? Muhammad Ali was the greatest in his time, but he wasn't appreciated. He was booed. And then once that he doesn't have all his faculties, he's truly treated like a king. But ain't that fucked up? Who treat him like that? Americans. But when Muhammad Ali go outside of America, they treat him like a king, just like Mike Tyson. Treat him like a king. But we treat our favorites like dirt. A lot of people criticize Gervonta Tank Davis, but do you know what I love about Gervonta Tank Davis and his fan base? Even though a lot of people say his fan base is crazy, at least they loyal, at least they pay, at least they go and watch him. If the fighters that we say go for the gusto and go for legacy is better than him, why don't he got the same fan base? Because we like to just talk shit, but we don't. Inoue is everything that is good for boxing. Take out Usyk. Take out Inoue. Take out Usyk. Take out Inoue. Take out Bam Rodriguez. Take out Teo. Take out Haney. Take out Shakur. How about let's just look at American itself? Take out Teo. Take out Haney. Take out Shakur. Take out Bam Rodriguez. Who got legacy behind them? Who got legacy behind them? Who got a prestige legacy behind them right now with the active fighters? The guys in Japan don't say that belts don't matter. The guys in the UK don't say that belts really don't matter like that. Why we say it in America? You know why? Because your favorite fighter don't got none. So we shit on the other guys that got belts. You know when we question other people's resume because your favorite fighter don't got a good resume. So you like to say, well, he ain't fighting nobody. No, motherfuckers, because you guys don't know them, because you don't follow the division. Keep it real. You don't got to shit on something that you don't know, right? I ain't going to shit on a golfer. I don't know golf. I ain't going to say that motherfucker ain't shit. He ain't Tiger Woods, because I'm thinking that I only know about Tiger Woods, so I'm thinking that everybody is shitty. Unless you do what Tiger Woods did and you good. Why we hate, bro? Why do Americans hate on others and everything that's good and everything that we don't know in boxing? The same thing that was doing to Vasily Lomachenko. Oh, the only reason why Vasily Lomachenko, they're giving him praise is because of the light skin, the complexion for the protection. Shut the fuck up. Vasily Lomachenko's manager and promoters was gully enough to put that man in the ring with ranked fighters straight off the bat. Did your favorite fighter go through that gauntlet? Nah, y'all be the motherfuckers that be like, you know what I'm saying? Let him take his time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let him take him time. He ain't ready for that fight. Lomachenko was ready for that fight. Now y'all getting mad. Do you have the balls to put your American fighter straight off the bat and put them in the ring in their second fight or third fight versus Gary Russell at the time? No. So shut the fuck up. They was gully. I mean, he had to start off quick because he came from the M. So why you getting mad? American pop culture is based on drama, low-key gossip. Facts, Joshua. And then the American people, we pay for it. And the more, and this is why I say this, folks. This is why I say, and everybody know, I don't be hating on no boxing content creator. We talking about my and I like the boxing voice. I go to the boxing voice and say my 2 cents, and he let me say my 2 cents. Shout out to Ness. That's one of the first dudes to acknowledge me and you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that, bro, you have an important voice in these. Like, you don't need. There's certain channel. Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. There's people that got their hustle, right? And sometimes it's understood because they want to get to a place. Once you get to that place, right? Like, there's people that be like, people say fake it to make it. All right, when you make it already, do you have to stay fake? They say fake it to make it. Okay, you faked it, you made it, and then what? You're gonna be fake for the rest of your life. And now you got the power to actually just do what you really wanted to do. Sing what you really wanted to sing. Say what you really wanted to say. Right? DMX one time said, you know what I'm saying, before I was always nice. I didn't have the voice and stuff like that. But once I had the voice, I wasn't trying to let that shit go. You know what I'm saying? You got the voice, and as soon as he got the people, he'll say his prayers. Oh, I'm gonna lure you in. In the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna give you the songs that you want. The songs I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna be gully. I'm gonna give you everything. But at the end of the day, you're gonna know one thing. You're gonna know about Jesus Christ. In the end of the day, I don't give a damn what you drinking tonight, how you spending you having a good time on my concert. But in the end of my concert, you're gonna know the name, Jesus Christ. So on the point, yo, as much people have certain responsibilities. Nakatani was winning the first half, but was losing this last half. It saddens me because I love boxing boys, but seeing him promote Jake Paul, because the thing is that some people play devil's advocate too much. You don't have to. You got the voice. Educate. Entertain, but educate. Let them callers do this stupid shit. Let the callers say whatever they want, but now you the one that got to put them straight. The beauty about boxing is that people, this is the beauty about boxing also, that some people don't like the misfits, but they use boxing. Jake Paul, boxing, meaning that boxing in the hearts of many sports fan is still that sport. It's still that challenge. It's still that mano a mano. It's still that thing. There's something about the fight game that we always going to be intrigued. War is war. That's how war, whether it's by bullets or whether by the hand or whether by the fist or whether by the wood or whatever it is, war is what have conquered the world. War conquers the eyes. War conquers the attention span. It is what it is. If a fight break loose right now outside, put it this way, if a fight right now, right outside of your home or outside of your apartment, outside of your apartment in the hallway or right outside in the street, if a fight break loose and you hearing a commotion, fuck you, Papa, y'all leave him alone, break it up. You know what you're going to do right quick? You're going to stop listening to Punch Drunk Boxing and you're going to know what it is. And you're going to be stuck looking to a fight. You don't give a damn if it's Mike Tyson. It's not Mike Tyson. It's like el viejo the deli that is drunk fighting un joven that's fighting the old guy. You know what I'm saying? It could be a cat fight. It could be two whores fighting and you don't even give a damn about that. You're going to be watching because we just love fights. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge said, who Who's the most 3 hated boxers right now? Teo, Haney, Shakur. Yeah. Teo, Haney, Shakur. Rapstar says Haney, Teo, Tank. I think Tank is I'm not even gonna say Tank. You know why? Because Tank got a large fan base. So how can he be hated? And the thing is, his fan base love him, bro. I've been to a Tank fight. Ain't nobody booing Tank. I've been to a Tank. So I think that, yeah, I think the hardcores hate that Tank is not doing what T.O., Haney, and Shakur does, but we hate them. It's weird. It's weird. Because think about this. How could we hate Tank and hate T.O.? How could we hate Tank and hate Haney? It doesn't make any sense. It does not make no sense to hate Tank and Haney, because at least Haney, you know, he goes and fights championship fights. Dares to be great, right? Teo dares to be great. Shakur daring to be great. Like, how could, and that's the weirdest shit about our community. How could we hate Tank and hate Teo? How can we hate Haney and hate Tank? How could we hate Shakur and hate Tank? It doesn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. And they'd be like, what's the reason? What's the reason? Now, okay. Now, there's character flaws in certain fighters that, okay, people don't like this one because of what he said, what he's done. Cool. You don't got to be a fan of everybody also. But what are they doing as a boxing fan at the end of the day? We Americans, so we learn to appreciate Naoya Inoue. We learn to know of him because he's not coming through the amateur circuit. He's not coming through, you know what I'm saying, the USA Olympic trials and all that stuff. So we learn about these guys after knowing about our guys, right? Like, I knew more about Deontay Wilder than I know about Anthony Joshua. I know more about Teofimo Lopez than I know about Subriel Matias. I know about Shakur Stevenson. We know about Shakur Stevenson. Like, how do we? And you know what? And you know what's the sad thing is? Guys like Shakur, Teo, and Haney and Tank, especially Haney, Shakur, Ryan, Teo, like, we seen these guys on the come up. In YouTube, Haney is the first social media sensation in boxing. Haney was the first. It wasn't even Tank. Put it this way. If Devin Haney would have signed to Mayweather Promotions, I don't think that they would have signed Gervonta Tank Davis. Can you imagine? Remember, Haney signed with, they was doing Showbox, but they wasn't winning to sign Mayweather Promotions, and they signed with Eddie Hearn. If they would, I think if Devin Haney right away would have signed, if Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, they said that that Mayweather Promotions was seeking Ryan Garcia as well. If they would have signed them, remember, Mayweather met Tank after Devin Haney. Devin Haney was already in the gym. Remember, Floyd Mayweather was rooting for Haney. Broner is rooting for Tank in that sparring. Broner is the one that is really invited. Tank is Broner's guy. Haney is Floyd Mayweather's guy. If Haney would have signed, and I could be wrong, Bill knows everything, knows it all. If Haney would have signed with Floyd, I don't think they would have signed Tank. Maybe Tank's career would have been a whole day. Imagine Tank would have signed to AB's promotional company at the time. That shit would have fell apart. Imagine. And again, I think that is more preference. Just because you got a different preference, that doesn't mean you got to hate. You know what I'm saying? I understand. I'm guilty of overly criticizing certain fighters. I'm guilty of it. And I could be right at the same time. I could be wrong and I could be right. I was right about Brian Inoue Jr. I say he's the most manufactured fighter, but because I'm keeping it real. I'm keeping it real of him, of when people trying to say that, oh, Brian Inoue Jr. is better than Haney or stuff like that, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, he ain't going to beat Devin Haney. He's a manufactured fighter. He's not a prestige amateur. No, he's a prestige professional. He got almost 16 to 17 upside down opponents. So, you know, but what? But a guy like Teo won the USA Olympic trials and was an Olympian, and Shakur Stevenson, silver Olympian, and Keyshawn Davis, silver Olympian. I know where to give credit where credit is due. I know that if the ranking system is trying to play with me, I already did my education about these guys. I know who they are already. The ranking system ain't shit to me. When I know especially when I follow certain people in the amateurs, the ranking system, I don't. It's just like Andy Cruz. When Andy Cruz came to the professional level, we knew who the fuck Andy Cruz is. And just like I was interviewing, I was talking about Keyshawn Davis before he came a professional, and it's all in my archives. The rankings, the WBC, the WBO, the WBC, the WBA, the IBF don't need to fucking tell me who's Keyshawn Davis. I know who Keyshawn Davis. I even told Keyshawn Davis he'll be a champion within 10 fights. I already know they got to move you quick. Rapstar Boxing Out said Haney was 15, 16 years old, so Tank first in the game. Tank is older, but just like Teofimo Lopez was sparring with Tank at 15. What I'm saying is Tank was not a prodigy yet. People in YouTube already was knowing Devin Haney because Devin Haney was in the Mayweather gym doing and working with Roger, working with Senior, working with Floyd. Remember, leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight, even this guy, Floyd Mayweather, saying that the next, go to the, hold on, hold on. It's Floyd Mayweather. Hold on. Check this out. Give me a second. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. It's an old video. It's an old video, but let's see if we can find it. It's an old video. Let me see if I can find it right away. This was a video. I remember this video because I did a video about it a long time ago. This was when Floyd Mayweather was preparing for Manny Pacquiao, and he was already letting the world know who Devin Haney was. Yeah, this video is probably. But if anybody ever find it, is Devin is Floyd Mayweather. He's getting out his car and he's going to the gym, preparing to go to training camp, and then he's talking about, yo, the best fight. Look out, who's and I believe they asked him, who you think is going to be the next shooter? He's like Devin Haney. So Tank, if he's saying that, Tank wasn't really with him yet. Then where is that, bro? Let me see this. Hold on. I'm gonna try to search it one more time. If it's not there, not there. Let me see. No. That ain't even nice. No. Okay, I think. All right. Right here. I think I found it. Ladies and gentlemen. I think I found it. Yo, Punch, send me a link if you can. All right, got you, Rapstar. All right. Let me see it right here.
Nah, we ain't like that. He gonna open it. Ain't tell him.
All right, this Floyd Mayweather. This was 11 years ago.
Can't be before us. They better. We want that one. I pulled up, you like, bro. All right, let's do it. Now, yeah, what's going on here? No, right now we got a little opportunity going on. Okay. Explain to them what's going on right now. It's a special day at the Mayweather Boxing Club. I got out of all my fighters, my youngest fighter is 16 years old. He's turning pro. He's only 16 years old. Today, there's gonna be some crazy work in the doghouse. Crazy work.
Hold on.
Good, how are you? Come on into my gym. Come on in. Come in my gym. Come on. Thank you. Tell me about the 16-year-old. What's his name?
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney?
Yes.
Why is he so talented? What is it about? The speed, the power?
Man, he's God gifted right here. He's a young man that's very God gifted, got all the talent in the world.
Floyd Mayweather said, "That's my fighter." Listen to what he said. Listen to what Floyd Mayweather said. Listen to what Floyd Mayweather said again. Listen to Floyd Mayweather.
No, right now we got a little opportunity going on. Okay. Explain to them what's going on right now. It's a special day at the Mayweather Boxing Club.
I got out of all my fighters, my youngest fighter is 16 years old. He's turning pro. He's only 16 years old. Today, there's gonna be some crazy work in the doghouse.
Crazy work.
Come on into my gym. Good, how are you? Come on into my gym. Come on in. Come in my gym. Come on.
Thank you.
Tell me about the 16-year-old. What's his name?
Devin Haney.
Devin Haney?
Yes.
Know what I'm saying? So he had a belief in Devin Haney before Tank. Remember, that's Floyd Mayweather's guy. Haney was a Floyd Mayweather guy. I mean, Haney was a Floyd Mayweather guy. Tank was Broner. This time, this is Devin Haney is Floyd Mayweather, not Tank. After the sparring and after, okay, you're not gonna sign with us really like that. You ain't trying to do the paperwork. Okay, we'll sign Tank. He saw the work. Hold on. I got you, Rap. Give me a second. Let's see. Give me a second. Hold on, right. Yeah. Oh, all right. Hold on. Oh, that's a different email then. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I sent it already. Haney look up to May. He say a lot of stuff. Yeah. But Mayweather put a stamp on him. And that was Flo. That's 2015. It's 2015. That's leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight. So leading up to the Manny Pacquiao fight, he's talking about Devin Haney. So now everybody talking about this young guy. Around that time, look, and that video when he mentioned Devin Haney was 500K. That was a 500K video. So right there, now nobody's on Tank right now. Nobody know who Ryan is. Nobody know who Tio is. If you're not paying to the amateurs, so now everybody know who Devin Haney is. Devin Haney is already a prodigy. Devin Haney is supposed to be where Devin Haney is at right now. As a matter of fact, Devin Haney is supposed to be way above these guys. Not even on the same level, because you came in the game with Roy Jones Jr. You got Zab Judah as a godfather. You got Roy Jones, and you got Floyd Mayweather. So now the frustration maybe of the boxing fans that like, oh, come on, man. You're supposed to be way better than what you are. You're probably supposed to be more exciting than what you are. You came in with Roy Jones, Zab Judah, Floyd Mayweather, Senior, Roger, Jeff in the gym, like you sparring with Floyd. Like, how many fighters say? How many of his young fighters of the contemporaries of Devin Haney could say, yeah, I spar with Floyd Mayweather? Not even Adrian Broner ever sparred, bro. And he been begging Floyd Mayweather to spar. Not even Broner ever sparred Floyd. So he was already made to be this person. And shout out to Bill for putting himself in the position to do so. But anyway, let's go back to the Inoue. Let's go to the Inoue. Ain't no reason for anybody to dislike Inoue, man. Inoue is everything right for the sport of boxing. Everything right for the sport of boxing. I'm thinking that is it a racist thing? Let me know, folks. The people that don't like Inoue, cause I'm gonna tell you, it's sad, but I'm seeing, for the most part, I'm seeing 90% of the ethnicity that's hating on Inoue. All right, I'm gonna let y'all say it because I don't want people to put words in my mouth. I don't want to create something. What is the ethnicity of the people you see online hating on Inoue? I let the chat say it. Or should I put a poll? Should I put a poll so people can see? What is the ethnicity that you see online of people that hating Inoue? Because I could even see if Inoue was fighting a particular races after race after race, right? After race, we could see, right? But he ain't even fighting American fighters. Like Inoue is not even fighting American fighters for American fan base who even hate on Inoue. And there ain't no American fighters out there truly to fight him. So why the American fans are hating on him? Ghost said black. Say it in the chat. Say it in the chat. What is the ethnicity that you see on Twitter, IG, YouTube comment section that hates on Inoue? Who? Why? Who? Put in the chat and tell me why. Why y'all think so? Why? Wakanda's hates Inoue. He said Wakanda's. Why? Is Nakatani or Bam? If not, those right for him to be criticized. If Nakatani or Bam, if not, those is right for him to be criticized. I mean, they're not going to shame him with Nakatani. Now they could say Bam, but let's be real. We can't shame Inoue with Bam because it will have to be Bam to dare to be great. He the one that got to move up. Like, nobody could say that Inoue should move 3 divisions down to fight Bam Rodriguez. Or 2 divisions down to fight Bam. It has to be Bam. Bam will have to go to 118, to 122, right? It will have to be Bam. Then go to 126. Bentley with a $2 super chat says the hard R's hating on Inoue. Bentley. Because Bam Nakatani Inoue, I didn't receive no email, man. I sent it to you, bro. Check your email again, man. Refresh that. Look. It says, look what it says, rap. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, my fault. my fault. Hold on. All right, there you go. Exactly, forgot. Nah, I didn't forget. It says .com instead of .com. But yeah, man. I mean, they like let's see if we want to shame Inoue. If people want to be like, nah, we gotta fight him, and that's the thing is they're not even seeking for an opponent, right? Okay, let's go to boxing ranking. Let's do the Google way for the people. The Google way. All right, bantamweight. Okay, let's go to super bantamweight, right? Super bantamweight. He's the super bantamweight champion already. Okay, who we want him to fight? Yuto Nakatani. That's gonna be the next, right? He already fought the number 2 in Picasso, right? He already fought top loss to become undisputed, right? If we want him to move up, who we want him to fight? Brandon Figueroa, Rafael Espinoza, Shushu, Nick Ball, Angelo Leo. Angelo Leo lost to, okay. Angelo Leo lost to Stephen Fulton. Do we want to see Nick Ball? Shushu and Inoue, should he step up to become a 5-division world champion and fight Shushu? Or he's just the interim? So Rafael Espinoza, and we can hear Rafael Espinoza sing a beautiful tune. I think Inoue is faster. I think he beats them all at 126. I think he beats them all at 126. At 130. At 126, I think he beats them all. But then if he moves up and become a 6th division, okay, now he got Edwin Nunez or Shaki Foster. That would be a good fight. Now we want him to move 2 division up and be Emmanuel Navarrete. And I did a video about that. Inoue versus Navarrete would do a lot of numbers. It would do a lot of numbers. Navarrete versus Inoue would do a lot of numbers. The Nick Ball fight will be an entertaining fight. That would be an entertaining fight. It would be. I think Navarrete, because I think the Navarrete fight will be interesting. Navarrete is more accomplished, and they've been fighting under the same banner, like Top Rank. So people know Navarrete more in America than a Nick Ball. I think Nick Ball is getting to know, you know what I'm saying? People are getting to know Nick Ball, but Navarrete and Inoue, I think it's good. Stop Boxing Knowledge, the voice of the UK, London, bruv.
Yes, bruv, the #1 channel in the world. Much respect, Punch Drunk Boxing, for you to personally have me over here, to the chat, to everyone. Happy holidays. I appreciate the invite, brother.
What's good, bruv?
Man, it's all happening, bro. It's all happening, man. The different times of boxing got man's in a different zone at the moment, you know? But yeah, man, good night of boxing yesterday.
Good morning boxing.
Huh?
Good morning. What do you think about the performance? You got Inoue, of course, and Nakatani. People's criticizing his performance. There's people thought that it was a robbery, but I want to stay stuck to the topic and stuff like that of Inoue. You could talk about how you feel about his victory and what do you feel about I don't know if the UK they hate on him like America, like we seen in America. I'm not saying that everybody in America is hating. I just seen that credible voices in these platforms are hating on them. What do you feel about where Inoue is at, what he accomplished, 4 fights, defending his undisputed crown four times? What do you feel about him? What do you feel like the praises and the hate? Talk to us, Rap Star Boxing Knowledge. Talk to us.
Which fight you want me to start with, Inoue or Nakatani?
Nah, we on Inoue right now. You can talk about Nakatani and maybe later another day.
All right, well, Inoue, he did his thing, right? And one thing we got to realize, we got to respect the Mexican underdogs. You know, some of the Mexican underdogs, they fucking tough cookies from their country, bro. So you got to put flowers on those underdogs that came into the event. Yeah? They didn't just lie down or lie over. They were there to fight and they were to get their money's worth, right? So the Mexicans, they came strong. Now, as far as Inoue's performance versus Picasso, bro, it's a shutout. He beat him in every angle. He beat him in every round. Now, people want knockout stoppages. Bruv, you're not always going to get stoppages when a man is not fucking engaging that much. Yeah? You got a fighter there that's trying to only take little spurts, and most of the time, he's waiting to throw, and he's not throwing that much. So Picasso was there to survive, bro, and Inoue made him a survivor. But it's kind of hard to knock people out like that. Now, he did wipe the floor with him, meaning he shut him out. It was a flawless victory. But I'm going to say this. Nobody knew who the fucking opponent was, though. You see the difference? When they don't know who he is, yeah, they want more from a guy who's the pound-for-pound great. Yeah, they want more from the fighter who's actually there to represent the world. So it ain't like Picasso was a known character, bruv. And even if you look at Inoue, look, I love Inoue. I love what he's done for boxing. But at the same time, the opponents that he's fighting lately, yeah, people just want some spectacular wins, bruv. You understand what I'm saying? The last 2 wins he's had have been on decision. Yeah, he's beating them in every round, but he's not wiping the floor with them like we're used to. So therefore, there's criticism. If you understand what I mean.
I mean, I could understand if the hardcores have turned casuals, because if people don't know who they are, it's because people don't want to know who they are.
Well, you can research the fighter.
Yeah.
If you don't know, you can research the fighter.
Exactly. You can research the fighter. But the thing is that people don't know him is because who does anybody really know in that division right now?
Well, this is it, innit? The divisions are the small weight classes, right? Don't bring enough popularity. So they don't have much of a fan base like everyone, right? So, of course, when you talk about Akhmadalov, David Picasso, who was the other one? Cardenas, Yajun Kim, PJ Donahue. Bro, these guys are not A-level fighters. Now, unfortunately, he's past his prime. I mean, he's past his time in that division. So he's beating whatever's there in the rankings. But these are not names, bro, that everybody's going to be that hyper for.
Remember, he's a 4-division champion.
We know that.
So it's very traditional that when fighters are already in their 4th division, they're not going to keep knocking people out the way they came, just like Floyd Mayweather, just like anybody. Anybody ain't moving up going to be now knocking everybody out. No, let's say now we asking Inoue to go to your 5th division. Are we expecting him to do what he did 5 years ago and 4 years ago in the division that he was campaigning? And now we're just like I just said before you got on. All right, people don't even think that he'll lose to anybody at featherweight. So okay, now go to 130 and face the Navarrete, the Nick Balls, and the what's his name? Shushu.
Espinosa.
So now or we want him to do in his sixth division. Sixth division. To do what? I'm saying I want him to perform over there, but what are people going to say if he doesn't knock out these guys? There's a sixth division.
You ain't going to get knockouts. And also, some of the opponents, they're never going to be up to standard, right? Because, like I said, the certain divisions don't have certain kind of name or certain kind of winners that people want to see. So, of course, you're in a catch-22 position. The man's done greatness. He has beaten some greats in the past. Stephen Fulton was a legacy fight coming up in weight, beating American's best. He did do that. He beat Nonito Donaire in the rematch and knocked him out. So it's not like those names have not stood out. They stand out. They do stand out. You know what I mean? But, if apart from that, the Maloneys and the Rodriguez's and the rest of the names I just mentioned to you is just what we got. Maybe now for Inoue, it has to be a big fight again, because he's already past certain stages. There's nothing else that's exciting for
maybe
that.
he's ahead of his. Maybe he's ahead of his time, like other greats. Maybe he's ahead of his time. You know what I'm saying?
Who wants to watch these names all the time? Now, is that that don't mean it's criticism.
No, but
right? I'm not trying to downplay or hate on Inoue, but I'm not sitting here watching Picasso, Akhmadaliev, and Yajun Kim. I got to get something else out of this.
I'm saying, but that's our job.
Yeah.
See, that's what I mean. Like, that's our job as hardcores to know it. It's not where we're gonna find it from, where we're gonna get our education from. If we're the one that's supposed to educate the people, we're the hardcore boxing fans. We're the one that educate the casuals. So we can't. The hardcores can't say we don't know who that person is. That means we're
but you gotta keep it 100, bro. I don't think we are keeping it 100. American fighters get hate, for fighting fighters like this, right? If Terence Crawford fought Madrimov, Boachuk, and God knows who, Thomas Delame, and somebody else for the next 2 years, bro, he'd be getting hated on. Don't care if he's pound for pound number one. Yeah. At the end of the day, we do need to keep the same energy. Now, we're not saying that everybody should be like that. Yeah, just because they do that to another fighter. No. But let's not forget, we out here on the YTBC. YTBC is not 100% hardcore boxing, what's going on in the boxing gyms. And when you're talking to Paco and you're talking to managers just like I speak to people, it's a different conversation sometimes. We out here on the YTBC. YTBC is very raw, the dialogues are very, very open and very straightforward, bro. It is.
I think that, but it's almost like what the Boxing Voice tweeted. He's basically saying what you're saying. Keep the same energy, or keep the same negative energy, or keep the same positive energy. Which energy we want to keep up?
Well, you should keep more positive energy, but they're always going to go to negative first before we got any positive, don't we?
Yeah, so but I mean, like, he's not linked to anybody. So who is critiquing? So when people say, "Oh, they're not keeping the same energy with Buzz," so y'all saying this about him versus Madrimov. We got to do it with Inoue. We got to keep the same. What same energy that he did that he pitched a shutout. He pitched a shutout. What can we say about Inoue in that performance? The performance with Madrimov was that people just saw that Bud Crawford, in the streak that he had, looked at ordinary versus Madrimov. You know what I'm saying? But remember, and this is what I'm saying, because there's content to everything. People criticize Bud Crawford, not because he moved up, because he's moving up to 154. That's going to another division. I can't see myself. People are criticizing because they was talking about Bud versus Canelo. So when we saw Bud versus Madrimov struggle with Madrimov, that's when it's like, how can we talk about Canelo? Now we're basing this performance on what's going to be next. So we're looking at Madrimov versus Bud, but we're thinking about the Canelo. Just like when people say, look at Teofimo Lopez with Steve Claggett, because Teofimo Lopez was already calling Bud Crawford. So we're looking, hey, yeah, you really want to face Bud after that performance? It wasn't really about the performance. We're looking past whatever that fight is at. So yeah, and I said it before. I said, yeah, we criticize, but I think that we overly criticize. We nitpick everything to the point where they get no credit. Like, in the end of the day, everybody, most of the high-profile fighters are fighting one time. Always gave us 4 fights. He gave us 4 fights.
Yeah, he's active.
Active, very active. And compared to what we have today, like we just talked about Bud fought one time. Canelo. Last year, he fought one time. Magic. The other year, he fought one time. Spence. The last year before that, he fought one time. David Avenesian. So in 4 years, Bud Crawford, that's supposed to be the face of one of the faces of boxing, the pound for pound, arguably number 1. In 4 years, he fought 4 times. In 1 year, Inoue fought 4 times. So he's entertaining for the most part. He goes for accomplishment. He defends his undisputed world championship belt. Remember, what we asking for Bud Crawford? What Bud Crawford hasn't done in a while. Damn, he hasn't. At least, man, defend your undisputed crown. Okay, this guy's defending his undisputed crown. This guy's entertaining. He's fighting often. There is no reason, and I'm gonna say it like this: is no reason for even an American to even start a narrative or criticize him, because okay, I can understand if you have another American fighter that's in his division that we linking him up to, that we saying that he's ducking. There's not even a narrative of we're ducking. You understand? Like like people get mad. Okay, Boots, you ducking Virgil. Virgil, you ducking Boots. Theo ducking Haney. Tank is ducking this one. Well, it's not even a narrative. He's not ducking nobody. Already beat everybody. So why the hate? The hate is because he's getting praised. And when you see somebody getting praised, you're like, I don't like him just because of the praise. That's some devil evil shit.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I get what you're saying. But, at the end of the day, Inoue also is a fighter that's not recognized widely with the Americans and the British, because he's not really a personality that anybody looks at all the time, right? They don't relate with him as much. Apart from being a boxer and what he does, that's all we know about him. We don't know what he says. It's not like he talks to the people in English. I think that has a lot to do with it as well. But it's more to do with, is Inoue doing enough in where he is for being the pound for pound great? Is he fighting the best?
Yeah, he's fighting the ranked
Are
fighters.
these the names? Are these the kind of names, the last 4 or 5 fights that anybody's thinking, yeah, this is worth everything?
Yeah. He's fighting the names within his division. That's it,
innit? That's the problem now, innit? Inoue's not got much in that division to offer him. You understand what I'm saying?
He's the much.
There ain't much energy in that division, bro.
Well, okay, now that could be one thing, right? The energy. That's almost like when Jamel Charlo was fighting the guys at 154, and people saying that division ain't nothing because they don't know the names. That's like if people not giving Alexander Usyk credit in the cruiserweight division because the Americans didn't know the guys that he's fighting. That's the Americans' fault, though. That's the American boxing fault. If you don't know nobody, now people want to know about the cruiserweight division because David Benavidez is moving up, but that doesn't mean the cruiserweight division sucks. It was because it's because the Americans don't want to educate their cruiserweight division, so we shit on the cruiserweight division. We want to say that the heavyweight division is not like it used to be. No, it's because there's no real Americans. Before the heavyweight division was flooded with Americans back in the days, and now there's no Americans. There's not even Deontay Wilder's the only thing that we got left. And people don't and we the Americans, like Teddy Atlas is the one that said that Deontay Wilder can't fight. So then we say the heavyweight division is not what it used to be. Okay, yeah, because the UK got it on lock, and the Europeans got it on lock. We shit on the problem is that we shit on shit that when we don't know and we not a part of, we want to shit on it. It's not that it's shitty. It's that we just not a part of it, so we shit on it. It's not
but that's the same like you, Punch. When you say, oh, nobody knows who Madrimov was. Nobody didn't know who nobody knows when Haney was saying, "All right, we'll fight this champion in Crocker." You said nobody really knows them, right? It's the same thing, right? That nobody knows these guys, as in like they're not the frontier people that anybody's looking to see. Now, unfortunately, we do pick and choose as fans. There might be champions, there might be people that's certified or got themselves in position, but as a fan base, we have the top people and the tiers that we like to watch. So it kind of overshadows the opponent.
We're going to a division that there are other people other than Crocker. We know people in the 147 other than Crocker. When we talking about Inoue, there is nobody there. You're saying there's nobody there. There is people at 147.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, but
So
what I'm saying is if they're busy, if people are busy, but they're still a champion. But even that champion, ain't nobody heard of him. So people don't care.
Because because people
right?
also
You said the same thing about Crocker.
Yeah, I said that, because Crocker just got elevated.
Exactly.
But
you see the same thing with this Picasso and the same thing with these guys. Mm-hmm. These guys got themselves in position, but nobody was cheering for these fights. Now, what I am going to say, I agree. He's a great fighter. And he's past his time in that division. He's way better than most people in those divisions below him and where he is. Now, the question is, of course, the pressure is he go up again. But as you know, as you keep going up in weight, that's where the things are different. He's already gone up weight at 4 times.
And
so,
2 times and 2 division undisputed.
Yeah, many people have gone up to 5, 6, 7, 8.
He's
Manny Pacquiao.
He's a 4-time lineal champion.
Right. So the question is, where would we get this guy to give us the better fights now? It got to be at 126, isn't it?
No, it's not the better fight. It's just the people that they need. It's not the better fight. Is that a fight that they need to be knowledgeable who that name is?
But that name probably can give him a better fight too.
But it's not. But I'm saying that if you go into your 6th division and you gotta you gotta keep on daring to be great, daring to be great. Now it's not even asking. We asking something of Inoue to do something that we don't ask nobody else to do. That's what we're doing. But we're not doing for the right reasons. You understand? We're not doing it for the genuine reason. We're doing it because we're doing it because we don't want to educate ourselves of the guys that he's beating. So we're just desperate. Okay, fight. I know who's Rafael Espinoza, and I know who Nick Ball is, and I know a little bit of who Shushu is, and I know.
I think we got Robisi Ramirez there. If Brandon Figueroa is there, Ray Vargas is there.
Yeah, I mean, at the next division you got Angelo Leo, but Stephen.
Angelo Leo's there.
And he look what he did to Stephen Fulton. What Stephen Fulton being Figueroa. So that's why people ain't calling for Inoue and Figueroa, because what he did to Stephen Fulton and what Stephen Fulton did to these guys. So if he goes to the next division and beat these guys, people gonna say, well, Stephen Fulton beat these guys, and look what he did to Stephen Fulton. They're not gonna be. I don't think that they're gonna be content until he goes to 130, his 6th division, to face O'Shaquie Foster. Look at what O'Shaquie Foster did to Stephen Fulton.
There's a lot of fights at 126 that will be exciting before he can get anywhere.
Is it that because you know the name?
I mean, everybody's been seeing the Nick Ball growth, right?
Okay. Because we know that
they know
now we're getting to know a name. But that's because we getting to know a name in a division in which, okay, we knew who Raymond Ford was, and Nick Ball beat Raymond Ford. We're being casuals.
Well, then in that case, then let him fight whatever's there. If that's the case, if there's no more room for us to get bigger fights with him, then you're just going to get names that you probably just getting in position or put in the position for that fight.
I'm good with that, but me,
but I want some energy. I would like to see more greatness.
But I'm of course we always want to see greatness.
I see it with Manny Pacquiao. I've seen it with Floyd. I've seen it with Oscar De La Hoya. I've seen it with those fighters. So if I want to hold him to them standards, then I want to see it.
Then hey, and he's doing it.
Well,
He's
let's
doing
see.
shit that Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao ain't do.
Well, we know that the Undisputed is very overrated, bro. Undisputed in this day and age is
it's
very
overrated. Now it's overrated because we're shitting on people because the people that's getting Undisputed is getting, and these are not the guys that we wanted them to get it. Who made Undisputed overrated now? Think about
the question is, Punch. The question is, we want to stand by Inoue and have excitement. If we're gonna sit here and say, well, he's done it all already, there's not many other names. He doesn't have to fight anybody else. Why does he need to do any other challenge? Then the buzz goes. He's done what he's done. He's an excellent fighter. He's first ballot Hall of Fame. But we still want to see if this man going to challenge himself to the next great level now. Not to say he ain't great already, but there's got to be an energy behind the fighter.
But there's
got to be something that we want.
That's what I'm saying. There's certain there's real boxing fans that love the energy of Inoue. Yeah. That's why there's people that stayed up to watch the fight. Yeah. Because there's energy with Inoue. The certain Americans is killing the energy, saying that he needs to do this and needs to do more. He's already doing it. It's no begging. I don't need to beg Inoue for shit as a boxing fan. I don't need to say to Inoue, you got to do this. That's a guy that I don't have to bother. You know what I'm saying? As a boxing fan, I don't have to bother Inoue. Inoue already prove it to me. I don't need to bother Inoue.
Bro, but that's not how we are as fans. I'm not talking to you as a boxing media.
I don't know the new fans. I don't know the new age fans. That's why
but I'm here as a fan, just the same as Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez already achieved undisputed 4-weight world champion. But people still want to see him with Benavidez, bro. It was just the way that boxing is. Next man's are out there. We want to see it. Now, of course, if you're going to say, well, Inoue's done his thing, he don't need to be challenged, he can carry on. Well, then let him carry on. That's
but the thing is, they don't have a name for him.
Then there's no more, oh, well, let's match him up with this because it could be major.
But they don't have a name for him. That's my point. Yet they're hating for no reason. That's what I'm saying. For when we criticize somebody, it's because we wanted to see a fight. If we're criticizing Boots, it's because we want Boots to fight Virgil. If we're criticizing Gervonta Tank Davis, it's because we feel like he's not doing what he's capable of doing in terms of moving his career. We want him to fight Shakur. We want him to fight Teofimo Lopez. We want him to fight Devin Haney. If we're criticizing Canelo, it's because we want to fight David Benavidez because we knew at 168 that David Benavidez was the man anyway. So there is something to look for. There's somebody to now. We want to see this fight. Well, Inoue, we're not saying that we want to see a fight with nobody. You understand? There's not really nobody saying what you know what they're saying now, and that we wanted to see after this fight. It's Nakatani, but because the way that Nakatani performed this morning, they're like, oh man, Inoue is going to beat the shit out of him. But that's what's lined up for him. But now people may not be hyped because of the performance in which they feel like Nakatani won by robbery.
Anyway, Inoue's done his thing. He's a great fighter. He's in his 30s, right? 32, 33, right? So maybe he can just do, like you said, right? Nobody can say nothing to him. Let him just do what he's got to do and retire.
Why people? It's not about retiring. It's about appreciating him. That's why we're looking. That's why people saying, yo, what about Bam Rodriguez and Inoue? Because we know that Inoue has already been daring to be great. Now can Bam, that we feel is a five division pound for pound fighter that already was in 118 and beat somebody at 115 and came back down to 112 and went right back. Could he step up and dare to be great? Now we're looking at Bam. We want to see that fight because we feel Bam is special. So can Bam be special enough to move 2 division up at least? And I said in a year and a half, it's fair because he's great like that. But we can't even tell Bam Rodriguez right now go to 2-3 division up to face Naoya Inoue. No, let's give him a year and a half, and then let's.
Is that the biggest fight for Inoue then in the future? Bam?
Yeah, I think so.
Because it ain't gonna be no Tank.
No, that's 135.
Right? Well, I'm just saying that's something that they keep talking about, right?
That's my point. They talking about that because they know who Tank is. They don't know anybody else. So they mentioning Tank because they hate the praise of Inoue. Him to do something impossible. They say if he's really that great, then go to 135 and fight Tank. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's his 7th division if he goes up.
I mean, Crawford went up to 6.
Crawford went up to 6. He went to 160 after 154.
Yeah, and then he went up to another 2 more up. So he went up to 6 anyway.
Yeah, and it took time. He didn't
Manny
just go.
Pacquiao went up to 8.
Yeah, it took his time.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, man.
Ain't nobody jumping 3 classes to 3 classes. Ain't nobody did that. Bud stayed at 147 for.
See, Bam is the biggest fight for in a way, as in like as a major fight where the world would be like, wow.
Yeah.
But it's too much again for Bam to go straight up there and maybe challenge himself. That would be a big thing. And I think that would be the biggest fight for Inoue. Because Bam actually, if you think about it, Bam has beaten Estrada, Martinez, Cafu.
Cuadra.
Yeah. Edwards.
Cuadra, Sonny.
Yeah. And Bam's been actually beating some good competition, right? In fact, if you look at it, Bam's been beating a little bit better competition than Inoue at the moment in his division because he got a bit names which are a bit more recognized and doing a bit more work.
Recognized names.
Right. But listen, my man here is fighting champions, right? But Inoue is fighting guys who are just putting a name together.
That's why he's a 2-division undisputed world champion. He's just not a champion that's getting the belt and move up. He's a 2-division undisputed world champion, 4-division champion.
But I think that's the fight, though, in the future.
And has been in 27 championship fights.
Yeah, because everybody should be tied to a mega fight. So maybe that is Inoue's mega fight in about a year and a half.
And why do I say and when we talking about undisputed, why do I feel that at this era that Usyk, Josh Taylor, and Inoue was special undisputeds? That was a tournament. We the hardcore boxing fan that be wanting to ask for tournaments as well. And Inoue was a part of a tournament and won and won that tournament, just like Usyk did, just like Josh Taylor did. There was no promotion. Nobody kept. Whoever fought that fought. Whoever won that won. We've been asking for that. So he's done everything that we want to do. He stays active. He goes for legacy. He sells butts. He put butts in the seats in Japan. 50,000 people. The last time he was in Japan, he's done it all. The only thing that he hasn't done is speak English for people to understand him. That's it. Well, they want
I just found out the other day that
should he slap his baby mama to get some attention? Respect. That's what it is.
I just found out the other day that Inoue gets a lot of money from Japan, like a lot of money.
I heard he got paid 26 million for this fight,
and he gets normally 10 million to 15 million a fight anyway. So it looks like he's already a big star in Japan. You know what I'm saying? He's like the Japanese fucking Jordan for them.
Yeah. So,
so he's a big star in Japan, and most of his fights have been there. Now he's fought in Saudi. He fought in America, but most of his fights have been in Japan. Man, I'll just say, man, look, punch. Everybody's tied to a mega fight. That's what keeps boxing exciting for the fighter, right? And this guy needs to be tied to a couple of mega fights.
Exactly. So so we got to build a realistic mega fight.
And that's no hate, man. That's just being 100.
No, but I'm saying, but there's no hate. But where's the mega fight? That's my point. Everybody doesn't have a mega fight, but people can't hate him because he doesn't have a mega fight. You don't even.
Then the conversations are not going to be apart from he's done what he's done.
The people don't even have an opponent for him. That's the point. There's no energy to even hate.
Well, guess what then? The energy, you can't expect people then are going to be more excited about other fighters. You understand what I'm saying?
No, for me, it's not about expecting. He's legit. Everybody know who's Inoue.
Okay, so he can get his flowers, but going forward, people are going to be more excited with other guys and matchups than him. Unless we can get him tied up with other fights that can create such a great global energy for him.
So what is that fighter?
Well, Bam is one of them. I ain't gonna lie.
So Bam has to move up 3 divisions.
Okay, well, Bam is one of them.
But right now, that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a guy that's gonna.
I think Nick Ball is a big fight for him now. Because Nick Ball beat Raymond Ford. He's unbeaten. He's a fucking tough motherfucker. It'll just go to another level at 126. That Epsinoza seems to be making noise. You got the Ray Vargases, you said yourself already. So there seems to be some people that he can continue and carry on in the industry and still be making loads of noise. If not, stay at that division and just chill. You done it, right?
Yeah, I mean, who's calling out Inoue now?
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
do you see, but do you see what I mean?
I mean, there's
Even
not
with
like there's
Inoue,
not a line. There's not a line of people for him.
of course, there's not a line for Inoue. But guess what? The
Only
money's
Nick Ball
in
pulled
Inoue.
him out.
Everybody need to go to Japan to fight him. He's the money guy. People don't call him out because he's Inoue. But that's what I mean about it's the special thing about Inoue and the dumb shit about the hate that I don't see a real hate.
Or what about this? Everybody at 126 fight each other, and the man of the division in the near future then fight Inoue. That would be more exciting.
I think, yeah. I think
creates something more.
I think that these guys even got to know themselves more, right? Just like when people say that Inoue is not fighting guys that they know. These guys got to let themselves be known as well. Like, and we know who Nick Ball is. But I know a lot of people that don't know who Nick Ball is, even boxing fans. You know, Brandon Figueroa. I think a lot of people feel like Brandon Figueroa is washed up.
What I don't like, Punch, is the American great fighters, yeah? Apart from Mike Tyson and Roy Jones, they're the only two greats that have said Inoue is the truth. Other fighters, I would like to hear, like from the Mayweathers and many others, to say, nah, man, this guy is the truth. Maybe that gives a lot of certification to a fighter like that. We saw Usyk saying that Inoue is just too strong.
Everybody was giving. Usyk praised him. Gervonta Tank Davis praised him years ago. Tio praised him this year. You know what I'm saying? Introducing him. He the one that gave him, what was it, the fighter of the year?
But you don't see people going on Twitter the next day or whatever giving him his props.
I mean, a lot of people's giving him his props. I see a lot of people like trying to throw shit on him. I had a couple of tweets. Let me see this tweet. This one goes, hold on, let me take this thing out of the way. He go, literally the only reason Inoue gets any type of hate. No, somebody said American boxing media is garbage. Y'all discredit Inoue for what? And Art goes, literally the only reason Inoue gets any type of hate is because media tells Americans that he's better than all over extremely talented athletes. When have you heard? Not put it this way, and this is what I mean. These are made up hate right here. When have you heard of any Americans or anybody shitting on an American fighter over Inoue? Who have shitted on anybody for Inoue? Do you shit on Shakur for Inoue? Teo, Haney, Boots, Virgil, Bam, David Benavidez, Bud, Spence? You understand what I'm talking about? Like, nobody get even shitted over him. He's in a whole different, way lower division. There is no American fighters in his division except for Stephen Fulton, and we already know what happened in that fight. So people wasn't even praising Stephen Fulton. I remember when I had Stephen Fulton on my pound for pound list, and people thought I was crazy. So the American wasn't all over Stephen Fulton because they wasn't even over they wasn't even, Stephen Fulton wasn't even facing other American fighter. Yeah, Angelo Leo and the Brandon Figueroas, the Latino Americans and stuff like that, but people wasn't even following them like that. And that's what I mean. People are creating a hate that it doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. What you're trying to say is the Asian hate. Is that what you're saying?
I think
it's Asian hate.
I think is if we're not a part of something, we hate on it. We hate on our own, and we hate on everything else that's great. We need to tear it down. We need to tear it down. That's what it is.
But I also say, though, unfortunately for Inoue, yeah, there's only one Fulton and one Nonito Donaire that everybody recognizes around the world and know that those guys certified themselves and beat champions and unified and did this and that. So apart from those two names, nothing else stands out. You know, same with like Crawford's got 3-4 names that stand out: Canelo, Spence, Sean Porter, and others, but they were past it, right? But everybody needs certain names. You get what I mean? And I think Inoue is just a great fighter, man, and to the stage where he's a bit ahead of his time, like you said, in this
I think
divisions.
in these divisions, yes, he's ahead of his time. I think that, of course, the names that we is I say big fight. If I say a mega fight,
Mm.
I said it will be Bam, but that will be Bam daring to be great. I think Inoue versus Navarrete is a mega fight. It will be a bigger fight in my and that I believe bigger than the Nick Ball fight, bigger than the Figueroa fight, bigger than the Angelo Leo fight. I think the toughest fight, if it goes all the way to 130, right? The Navarrete, I think it will be major. I think the Oshaki Foster will be the most difficult one. But Navarrete and Inoue, but that's asking him to be in the 7th division. But if he can make it, Navarrete and Inoue in America.
See, the problem with Inoue, yeah, he's just at a state. He's at a place in 2025, yeah, where that division used to be popping back in the day. You're looking at Eric Morales, Marco Antonio Barrera, even Manny Pacquiao, yeah, even Rigondeaux. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a few names that would have given this man all the smoke. You get me? Them names that I'm giving you there, them 4 guys there, just on top of my fucking head. Yeah? If you don't remember them guys like Israel Vasquez and all them man there, those band there back in the day, bro, at 122, that's smoke season. Eric Terrible Morales, unbeaten, that man there. Holy shit.
I
Bro,
do like
Mexico, yo, then that's when you're talking Mexico versus any Japanese.
I
You
like
know what I
that.
mean? Because them man there were prepared for that division. They were the fucking mans that were the hardest of that division at one point.
I like that. I do like the shout out to Matong. I do like that Robisi. I always like that potential Robisi Ramirez. Before he lost, I said that will be the future mega fight. But Robisi lost. But I said, I think I said it a year and a half ago. I said Robisi and Inoue, that will have to be his mega fight. But we'll see, man.
Man, look, they're always gonna find another opponent who can beat him now, right? And you know what they're saying? They're saying, well, this Nick Bull can probably have a go. They're saying Epinoza can beat him. That's where the talk is now going to go to. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to always find the opponent for the fighters. And that's where the fans are going to be looking at objectively, saying those guys have got a chance now. That's how I see it, bro. Because the guy's already cleaned up so much that now there's no names for him, bro. They're just fighting who he's fighting.
What about Shushu?
Yeah, of course. Because he's certified.
I think that would be good. A Shushu would be good. Even though I think we'll fuck him up. As Shushu from New York, Brooklyn, I like Shushu as a person. Well, you know what? I think it's actually even good. I think it's not good, but I think maybe now people, if in the last couple fights he didn't look like the monster, he ain't stopping and knocking people out and stuff like that. Maybe is now he's looking how you say it, a little vulnerable than before. You know that this morning was purely easy. But I don't, where's that dude, bro?
Bro, Inoue's just that good as a fighter that a man won't even be able to test him in the ring. He breaks your will in the ring. You understand what I mean?
He's giving me that. he is giving me the Roy Jones Jr. vibe. In his prime, I just didn't see nobody beating Roy Jones Jr. I couldn't even imagine it, bro. Yo, I'm still yo, Rap. To be honest, that's the only fight, really. Like I could say the Buster Douglas, but I was young. I was young, like, you know what I'm saying, like. But when he with that Tarver shit, man, that shit still hunts me, bro. I'm still at that shit happened to Roy Jones Jr. like knocked out cold, cause I couldn't imagine no man beating that man. Inoue is giving me that vibe. Like I just can't imagine him losing. I just can't imagine I can't imagine the names that we're attaching to him. Like yes, he got to do something. He got to go to 130 and try to do
Bro, but
something.
let's not lie, yeah. I watched the fight the other day. For some reason, I watched Nonito Donaire versus Naoya Inoue the other day again. Bro, Nonito, he had some good moments in that fight, bro. I never seen nobody ever land shots and at least make Inoue think before he's trying to, dominate certain rounds. No, bro, Nonito made him look slightly ordinary as a human, right?
Yeah.
And it shows that was the only fight that you can see a man had a chance to actually hurt him and be able to overwhelm him. Now, it didn't happen, but Nonito had great opportunities in that fight that I never seen nobody else ever have. So it's we can't lie that this man has had a broken orbital. Nonito gave him a tough fight
and still
that
fought.
Nobody would have ever fought like that.
And still fought. That's what it is. And still fought at a time where people was getting their orbital bone broken. I remember I was making fun of you. Remember when we used to be like, yo, what's happening to you UK fighters, man? They be taking a knee like bitches. Remember?
That was impressive though, bro.
And he still could fight with that. That's the difference between, that even if he goes through his vulnerable stages, we seen him get dropped, we seen his orbital bone cracked, and the motherfucker comes back like a monster. He's not just a monster in knocking people out. He's a monster to sustain and to sustain those the how you say
but bro, look. He's a great fighter.
Pain tolerance.
He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter, but he's got more flaws than greater fighters. He has got flaws.
Like
that's
what?
100%. He's got flaws. Now his flaws, they can't be exposed because he's just that good with the opponents he's got. But you've seen a man lay hands on this man. Bro, Nonito Donaire put hands on Inoue. You ain't never seen that happen to Mayweather in his whole career. Mayweather only got punched like that by Shane Mosley and came back and won every single round. They got one punch like that. But Naoya Inoue even being dropped.
And Chop Corley.
Okay. But Naoya Inoue being dropped more than a few times. So it's not like Naoya Inoue does have a great gas tank, a great reserve, and comes back stronger. No denying that. But he got flaws, whereas other fighters like Crawford don't have them flaws. Crawford don't have flaws like Naoya Inoue. Naoya Inoue is great, but then there's great special fighters like Mayweather, Crawford,
I think they all got flaws.
And other guys that
I think
they got slightly less flaws than this man.
I think they all got flaws. And
but that's my straight opinion on that. He's a great fighter, but he's got certain flaws.
I think if you're a massive offensive fighter, you're gonna get hit. We're gonna see you still do the stanky leg. We're gonna see you get dropped. I don't look at them. The flaws that I would look at is when you get dropped and you can't get up. The flaws I would look at is things like that. If you get hit with the same punch throughout 12-round bout, like,
and I'm not denying that.
Damn, you can't get out. You can't get away from the left, the right hand. Damn, you can't get away from the jam. Damn, you can't slip that shit.
But he's not a perfect fighter. He's not a perfect fighter. Nobody is. But
nobody's a perfect.
What I'm saying is that he's had some vulnerabilities, but he's learned from them. He's overcome every part of that. He comes strong. So it's not like at the end of the day he don't have the whole package. He does. He has the whole package. But there's fighters that are smarter than him. It just depends what you see as the hardcorest boxing fan, how you analyze boxing.
I think he's one of the smartest. I think he's been pound for pound top 3 for how many years now? Shit. I forgot.
See, Uzyk's a different level. He's another beast. He's such a smart fighter, and he's become such a good professional that he's just the smartest chess player that you ever seen in the game.
But we seen him vulnerable too, right?
Yeah, we've seen a couple moments with him too, but he has definitely shown something unbelievable about him. He's just too clever.
Epoxy
Usyk
Magic
is different, special.
Epoxy Magic. Look at that with the $5 super chat. My brother, he said everybody has flaws. Takes the special fighter to actually expose those, but also win. Facts.
Yep.
Everybody got flaws.
Yep.
I think that Inoue has been in the top of his game. Like I said, Inoue been in 27 championship fights. Inoue has defended his crown. Inoue became a 2-division undisputed world champion in 12 months.
Hey, Low Nose Boxing, Merry Christmas. Send a fucking cash out, bro. Why the fuck you keep saying send a link? Support the channel. Send a cash out, bro. Hey, anyway, for me, it's about...
Think about it.
Look. Even
in a
with
4-belt era,
let's go to Tank Davis for a
4-belt
minute.
era to become a 2-division undisputed world champion in 12 months in a 4-belt
Let's go
era.
to Tank Davis, my brother. Tank Davis, before the Lamont Roach fight, people take away from Tank Davis's boxing ability, right? But he loses rounds. But Tank Davis has a fighting style that want to get you to fight so he can create his opportunities. That's part of his skill set.
Real quick, Rap Star, I'm going to cut you off. First of all, you my nigga, I love you to death. Happy holidays to you and your family. And Punch, I know that this year is not an easy year for you, being that you lost the matriarch in your family. I've been there, been through all that, my nigga. My prayers to you. Rap Star, I do fucking support the channel. I'm a fucking channel member, and I sent super chats.
Man, I'm joking with you, bro. Don't take life too serious in 2025.
I'm drinking right now. Punch is always drunk and crashing out. Now's my fucking time.
Support the channel, you cunt. But anyway.
Must good, my geezer. Everything good?
Yes,
We're doing good, bro. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, man.
Yo, is Naoya Inoue the best fighter you've seen?
Absolutely not.
All right, tell Punch.
Absolutely not.
Has he got flaws? Has he got flaws?
Every fighter has flaws, my nigga. But
tell Punch drunk boxing.
My thing is this, and I tell niggas all the time.
This war.
Through every generation of boxing, we always got a pound-for-pound list, and we always got a little nigga, right? And this goes back to the 90s when we had Ricardo Finito Lopez, right? Unfortunately for him, he didn't have the sexy names. Same thing with Chaco Latito. I can never put them niggas at the top at the end of the day. Inoue is on the verge of losing his spot. The winner of Teo versus Shakur is taking that spot. Because right now, as of right now, with Bud Crawford, the king of boxing, retired, the pound-for-pound top 3 is Usyk, Inoue, Usyk, Inoue, and Bivol. The winner of Teo and Shakur is taking that number 3 spot. I don't give a fuck how many belts this nigga got. He don't got the scalps. I value resume more than belts. I don't give a fuck about belts. It depends. The fighters make the belts. So Inoue's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. In order for me to put Inoue as number 1 pound for pound, he's gonna have to go to 135 and knock out Gervonta Davis. I can't do that. I can't put him over guys like Teo, Shakur.
You see that, folks?
Hey, Punch, is this guy Ninja hating? Is he hating or is what
he's hating? You heard what he said. He said for him to put Naoya Inoue pound for pound number 1.
Well, he sounds the same as Ness.
He has
and you were cursing out Ness.
He has to jump 4 weight classes, 3 to 4 weight classes.
There's nobody there, Punch. Let me tell you something. Even when niggas be telling me, "Oh, you don't know the guys there," okay. We know Inoue, right? You know why we know Inoue? Because Inoue's special. Why we don't know the other special guys? Because they're not there. I don't want to hear about popularity.
So you're telling me we know Rolly Romero because he's special? We all know who Rolly is.
No, he's not special. Rolly's not a special fighter. I'm just trying to say, bro, Inoue's a great fighter. I'm not shitting on Inoue. I didn't even watch the fight. So I'm not criticizing him. All I'm saying is the more the other niggas do more than him, they will surpass him on my list. I'm not shitting on Inoue. I don't even know if he knocked the nigga out or not. And it's not that.
Come on, bro. You're not asking nobody to do that. You're not asking nobody to do that to be number 1. But Crawford ain't do that to become a pound for pound number 1.
Bud Crawford didn't do what?
When people already had him pound for pound number one, he ain't had to go at 140. Needed to go to fucking 160, 168 and fight somebody.
He didn't have to. Bud Crawford was already.
If
He
everybody
was
was
already.
making fun of him
He
around that time, that he only.
already. Listen to me, Punch. Bud Crawford was already in the sexy divisions with names. Bud Crawford to
Listen
me.
to what I said. I said at 140, right after 140, he was already top 3 pound for pound, and people have him, and people on ESPN was putting him number 1 at one. Wait. At 140 without him touching 147. This is why he became undisputed at 140.
Well, I'm going to tell you when I had him, right? When Floyd retired, number 1 pound for pound for me, Low Nose Boxing was taken over by Andre Ward. When Andre Ward retired for me, Bud took over that division. Some people had Lomachenko. I never had Lomachenko. I had Lomachenko in the top 3. Never had him at 1. I had Bud. And then when Canelo went on that great run, when he became undisputed, he had that run at 168. After Canelo beat Triple G all the way to Plant, I had Canelo number 1 at that time, right? When Canelo lost.
Shout out to the super chat. Hey, dímelo, high low, dímelo. If Mr. Moonshine has to be great, better than Frosted Flakes, dímelo. Good looking now, my brother. Que Dios te bendiga y happy
Hey, yo, let me cut this guy. Let me cut this guy off, bro. I want to know one thing, though, Low Nose. You come over here with not the best energy for a fighter. That's one of the great fighters of this era.
Yeah, but I can't speak.
A 4-weight champion, 2-time undisputed, bro.
Before I get to that, he asked me a question about Bud. Let me give Punch my answer. And then when Canelo had that run at 168,
bro, these Americans are haters.
I put Canelo at number 1 pound for pound. When Canelo lost around that time, that's when that's when Usyk did what he did at the heavyweight division. I crowned Usyk back at number 1. But then when Bud beat Canelo, I got Bud at number 1. So as of now, until Bud retired, I have Bud at number 1. Now
Man, fuck Bud Crawford. He told you he's done with boxing, bro.
All right. Right now, Usyk's number 1 pound for pound.
Okay, so why the fuck are you not talking about Inoue as Bud Crawford? Why are you not talking about Inoue like Bud Crawford, bro?
Inoue doesn't got the resume as Bud Crawford or Usyk, bro. I can't put him above those guys. I'm sorry. I'm not
who did Bud Crawford fight?
Come on, my nigga. Stop the bullshit,
he fought Canelo Alvarez. That's it.
Canelo Alvarez, the greatest Mexican of all time.
Okay, so he fought one guy, the greatest Mexican of all time. This motherfucking, this Japanese been smacking every Mexican alive.
He been smacking Mexican and Chinese. You making me do some shit I don't want to do, but you're not gonna make me do it.
Yeah, but you can't just say that Bud's one of the special greats and
he's been beating up
motherfucking Inoue ain't nobody.
Beating up guys that you just don't know. No, just keep it real. That's all you gotta say. You just say
that but Punch Drunk Boxing. But Punch Drunk Boxing. Let's name resume for resume. No. Let's have a hardcore conversation, bro. You talking about Canelo? Nanio Donaire is a 4-weight world champion, bro.
He was washed up, nigga.
And Inoue knocked him the fuck out.
He won a world title right after that.
Yeah. Nanio Donaire was a 4-weight world champion, bro.
That wasn't the same. That wasn't the same.
That wasn't the same Canelo.
And
Danilo Donaire went up to 126. So he was already a bigger fighter.
Listen, I'm not discrediting. Louis does have some good wins. Nakatani's not on my list. I'm going to be real with you. I don't know none of them Chinese delivery guys he beat. And Louis on my list.
You don't respect Stephen Fulton, your American champion that beat,
my nigga, I just told you.
Angelo Leo, beat Brandon Figueroa. And you don't even respect how Inoue went up in weight and knocked him out.
Let me ask this.
How come you don't respect that,
Let me ask this. You said that it would have for him to be pound for pound number 1, he would have to jump all those weight classes and beat Tank Davis at lightweight. So what does Bivol has to do to be pound for pound number 1?
Bivol? I can't tell you that right now. Maybe I'm exaggerating with Tank Davis. If Inoue can at least clean out his rivals, right? Because he don't got that many. The only niggas around the weight classes that are rivals is Bam and the other nigga Nakatani who never fought nobody, right? If he beats those guys, okay. Because those are pound for pound guys.
Bro, stop saying that he fought nobody, bro. You can't say you don't follow those weight classes and say he beat nobody.
No. Let me rephrase that. He did beat some people. Stephen Ford, somebody. Angelo Leo. He did beat in Donaire. He beat some guys. I give him more credit than I give the other guys, right? I give him more credit than Nakatani, right? But what I'm saying is, We all know who Nakatani is, right? You know why? Because he's special. We know who Bam is, right? Because Bam is special. If you're in the weight class, if you're in a division that only takes you 2 pounds or 3 pounds to move up to fight other guys that fought, it's not a knock on him. It's not his fault. Because Ricardo Lopez back in the 90s had the same issue. One of my favorite fighters of all time, Finito Lopez. He didn't have the guys around him. And the ones that he did have around him, he didn't fight them. He didn't fight Michael Carvajal. He didn't fight Humberto Chiquito Gonzalez. You feel me? Inoue, if he moves up and fights Nakatani, beats Bam, now we talking. But
Now
right now
he's talking. He's a 4 division, 2
he hasn't
division
been that one
undisputed
pound
world
for pound
champion.
fighter, bro. Teofimo is about to fight his 3rd pound for pound
We're
fighter.
not talking about
He's never
Teo
fought
right
one
now.
of
We're
them.
talking about we're talking
That's
about
what I'm trying to tell you.
It's because you know
Inoue
Teo. We know Teo.
Inoue hasn't beaten no
We
pound
know
for pound fighter
we
yet,
know
bro.
Teo. You know
Yeah,
Teo. I know Teo. The problem is
but
that you
Inoue-
don't know those opponents.
Yeah, but
And
listen,
once Inoue
yeah,
beat
but
you, trying to take
we're
it away
talking
from
to a guy, Punch, that I saw him on another channel, and Low Nose was telling the world how great other fighters like Shakur is, right? And you got to remember, Shakur Stevenson looks great on the eye test. Maybe he looks good as a fighter, what he's doing, but who's he fought? He ain't fought nothing compared to Naoya Inoue.
Shakur's not even top 5. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you
Shakur
right
ain't
now,
fought nobody compared to Naoya Inoue.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if
And the
Shakur
difference with Naoya Inoue, what I do like about him, Low Nose, he puts a lot of people to sleep and he knocks a lot of people out.
listen, like I said before, if Shakur
Them kind of opponents.
if Shakur beats Teo, which I'm not banking on because I'm a Teo guy, if Shakur beats Teo, that trumps everything Inoue did. Because Teo, in my eyes, fuck the politics, is a 2-time undisputed champion, right? In my eyes, based on what he did morally. And Teo, for me, if he beats Shakur Stevenson, I already got Teo my top 5 right now. Right now, top 5 pound for pound, for me, right now, personally, is Usyk, Inoue, Bivol, Bam, and Teo.
But
You know,
So you got Teo top 5 pound for pound,
put it
but
Right
this
now.
Teofimo's done great, but he's also had a lot of flaws. That's why he's not the favorite against Shakur.
But
I
also
don't give a
listen,
fuck.
but also listen to this, Low Nose. But also listen to this, no. You know why you will pick? You know why you will pick? You will put Shakur Stevenson to be, above Inoue if Shakur beats Teo or if Teo beats Shakur, because they also already have accomplishment as well. Because Teo already beat Lomachenko and Teo already beat Josh Taylor. He's a 2-time lineal, and then you add with a victory with Shakur. Yes, you could put him there. If Shakur beats Teo, he becomes a 4 division world champion and beating the man at 140, jumping weight classes. So yeah, I understand that's a good argument, but you're not saying nothing bad about it. You're not saying nothing wrong about it. But
I'm not saying on Inoue because Inoue's still in the top 4, top 5, regardless.
But you can't keep saying this guy hasn't done this, he hasn't beaten this. I really don't give a damn about his belts. No, the problem is that you just don't know that division and you don't respect it.
It's not that I'm respecting. Listen, regardless, even with the niggas I don't know, I still can't just remove Inoue from the top 4, top 5. At the end of the day, that's still a high list.
Why am I not remove him from the top 3?
I just can't put him at number 1. I can't do it when you got Usyk doing what he's doing, beating niggas 100 pounds bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? Even Bivol beat 2 fucking pound for pound guys. He beat 2 undisputed guys. For me, Bivol beat. I don't even got better beats.
Bivol's the bigger guy though.
But I don't even got. It don't matter. He dominated. Marvin Hagler.
No. But that's why I asked you, because you said that Inoue needed to do the impossible. That's why I asked you. That's why I asked you that. Why you said Inoue needed to do the impossible, and you put him number 1.
I say that because he don't got nobody around his weight classes, but. So that's why I retracted that.
What will Bivol have to do to reach number 1? If Inoue number 3 is your top 3, needs to do impossible, does Bivol need to go to the heavyweight division and beat Tyson Fury to put him number 1? Does he have to do that?
Usyk already beat Tyson Fury.
I said Bivol. Does Bivol? I said
you said
Inoue in your top 3.
Yes, but Vo might have to go to heavyweight and beat Usyk. Yes, because there's really nobody at 168. But
Yeah, that's what I
no.
mean. So that you go
Espérate
crazy
un
right now.
momento.
No boxing. ¿Qué tú
Espérate
estabas?
un
What you was
momento.
drinking? He has to go to heavyweight to be number one. So Bivol can beat David
If he
Benavidez
beats
at
Benavidez, no,
175.
that's why. Hold up. That's why I just said no. Escúchame. If Bivol beats Benavidez, that's a big. If nobody does nothing significant, and Bivol beats Benavidez, that's a huge fucking win. Because for me, I'm gonna keep it real with you. For me, Bivol he beat Better BF twice. I don't care what the records say. He won both those fights. That's why I don't even got Better BF on my list. Because for me, he lost 2 fights in a row. In my eyes, right? And with Inoue, I'm not shitting on Inoue because Inoue, even though I go down on his resume sometimes, but Inoue does have some good wins. He does have some good ones. I gotta give him that because, but I can't put him number one pound for pound. You know what I mean? I just can't.
Go to lightweight to be Tank Davis to be pound. Like he the motherfucker ain't convinced.
Like I said before, bro. You know, we
Yeah,
got dudes in other
people
divisions, glamour
crazy, man.
divisions, bro. Come on, man. Bottom line is,
Coach. Get the $2 super chat says, yo, low nose. You don't have Benavidez in your top 5.
no, Benavidez not in my top 5. He's in my top 10, though. I don't got Junko in my top 10, though. I took him off. And I've been never had him on it. I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, let me finally put this nigga on my list. And he shit the bed. Junko is not
Americans
on my
are
list, bro.
losing their. Hey, yo, rap from the UK. You see what's happening to the Americans?
Ram got Asia in that fucking. Ram still got Asia in the top 5 list, bro.
That's it. We're just is a full blown casual American fan base, bro. Like they don't really
We're cesspool, bro. We're saying we're cesspool.
that what?
We're cesspool. Go ahead and say what you want to say. We're cesspool.
No, we are the American side. I'm
Where you at,
and I gotta be and I gotta be surrounded with y'all guys talking boxing, bro.
I'm gonna pull up on you and buy you a drink, man. Where you at, man? That's it. We gotta get up on it. You might have got fuck with you right now. I've been hanging out lately, and I gotta slow down.
Where you at right now?
Right now I'm in the 7 downtown, but I'm going home right now. I've been drinking the past 2 days. Fucked up. I gotta slow down because I don't like drinking like that because I don't like getting twisted. But lately I've been drinking a little bit, but I gotta fall back. That's my personal walk with God. Just say you got your walk with God. And let me tell you off topic. When my mom was sick, bro, 2019, my nigga, I was drinking heavy, nigga. I was medicating myself, drinking a lot. I was going to BBQs, and there was this bartender chick that I liked. That I used to go there all the time to get therapy, talking to a beautiful woman that I like, whatever. So I feel what
you was in the 23rd BBQ.
No, I was going to the one in Washington Heights, and I was going to the one. I live in Chelsea. I like that one. I had the BBQ on 74th Street or 3rd Avenue. You know what that is, right? I think it's 74th and 3rd. I was going to that one, and I was going to the one in the Heights.
Hey, yo, I'm back, yeah? I just want to say, Low Nose Boxing, Merry Christmas, but stop being a hater, bro. Let me just say this, bro. You are basing boxing greatness about nationality. This ain't about nationalities, bro. The Japanese people are recognized in the world. It's about results, my friend. And someone who beats opponents consistently, they're elite, period. It don't matter what country you come from, bro.
Shout out to Chang. Hold on. Let me get the super chat. Shout out to Chang with a $20 super chat. God bless you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Said top 10 pound for pound is subjective. We all need to enjoy top fighters before they retire. Facts. IMO. Moving up in multi-weight and win is the hardest to do for fighters. Facts. But
yo, bro, people are still
he wants this
on
man
the
to do the
Asian hate.
impossible now.
People have got the Asian hate. Some people don't like Asians, you know. I know that for a fact.
I don't know why, man.
I love
They
Asian women,
the best people in the community. They one
I
of the
love
best
Japanese
contributions to the
culture.
community.
I love Japanese life. I've been a lot, man. One of my best cuisines is Japanese food. I indulge.
Yo, Punch, I mean, I'm a rap star. Let me ask you a question. Do you still got this crazy obsession with Clarissa Shields? Because I know that you and HLD was battling for her. Just a question of some man talk.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't even talk about her.
My nigga, you and HLD was always fucking fighting over her all the time. I
don't know what the fuck are you talking about, bro. We don't even talk about Clarissa Shields. The only time I ever hear about Clarissa Shields is whenever I come to this channel. If I want to know anything about Clarissa, bro, I just come check this channel. Because
Punch,
this will
who
keep
was
me
it that-
updated, bro. Ain't
Punch,
nobody
I
talking
thought-
about your wife,
hold on.
Clarissa Shields, bro.
So Punch,
That
was
was
it?
All right.
Was it
And if you was with Clarissa,
look.
she'll leave you out there drunk.
let me tell you something. You want to something crazy? You want to something crazy? I saw the Clarissa Shields movie, and that movie made me a fan. But I'm gonna tell you another movie I just saw, the Christy Martin movie. My nigga, and I'm a historian. I didn't even know she was going through all that shit. My nigga, I sat next to her and her husband/trainer when Trinidad fought William Zombie. I went down and snuck all the way to the bottom, and she fought that night. She was sitting right next to her husband with a black, and she had a black eye because she won. And I was sitting next to them talking and everything. What a piece of shit her husband turns out to be. I don't want to give the movie away, but if you guys ever want to watch a good movie, it's called Christy by Christy Martin. That's a crazy fucking movie, bro. It's a good movie, but it's a crazy movie, man. You gotta watch
Hey,
that
whatever
movie.
happened to your fucking bum boy? HLD, whatever his name is. What happened to him?
Who's talking to?
Well,
He don't
since
fuck.
Canelo Alvarez lost, bro, that
Nah, he
motherfucker
don't
ain't
fuck.
been
No,
seen nowhere.
he's mad at Punch because
Bitch
Punch
ass
said shit about.
HLD?
Nah, don't
Hoe
talk
ass
about Punch.
HLD?
Don't
What
talk
you
about
said,
him.
Lono? What you said, Lono?
He don't fuck with you because of the anxiety and shit.
He's in his feelings.
That's
Yeah, that
we
geezer
haven't seen
HLD's
my
in his
guy
feelings
HLD
over
here.
Xander's
Oh, yeah,
eyes.
what he said? So,
What a
so
bitch.
he said
He
something
be
about
on
me
a
out
lot of
there.
panels, too. No, but I know that. You told me that. He be on
Hoe
a lot
ass
of panels.
motherfucker.
He be we're not gonna do HLD still my guy. HLD remind me like an old drunk uncle. That's what he remind me of. I fuck with HLD. We
Oh, I
argue
don't
all the
like
time,
Punch
but I gotta
anymore.
fuck
He
with him.
talking about Xander Zayas in a bad way.
Because
What a
because
pussy. HLD, you a bitch.
No. HLD stuck up. No, HLD stuck up for
Bitch
Punch
for
one
life.
title. No.
Racist
HLD stuck
cunt.
up.
Yo,
He
hey,
stuck
yo,
up.
but
No, he
yo,
stuck up
Pound
for
for
you.
pound, what's happening, my brother?
time out. How did it age now? Wait. How did it age now? Did it age well? I said that Xander Zayas is the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney. After the Brian Norman Jr., everybody giving props to Devin. Did it age well?
Yes, and I bumped on less because they was talking about Devin Haney future opponents, right? So somebody said he should fight Xander Zayas, and Lester Gibbs was like, "Oh, I don't want to see that because Devin's gonna fight somebody that's gonna fight off the back foot, and I don't know if Devin's gonna come forward." I said, "Let's keep the same energy, nigga." But Tio gotta fight
No,
all
but I
these
will
niggas.
say this though, Punch, and I'm gonna cut this brother off. The people in America, yeah, they're very stuck in the like Ness and the fat fuck. Who's the fat fuck that does the show with
Nah,
Ness?
that's my nigga. That Two-Tone is my nigga. I fuck with Two-Tone.
Two-tone boxing. Them man, yeah, they
That's
always
my nigga. I
downplay.
fuck with Two-Tone.
They always downplay other countries, bro. I've seen it. That's their motive.
It's not about a motive, bro. I fuck with Two-Tone. He's a good nigga. He got his own lane.
You
But the
understand
point
what I'm
I'm trying
saying?
to
That's
make
their
is
lane. They don't like other countries.
HLD was
They're
sticking up for you.
racist.
He said, Punch, you heard? He was sticking up for you, Punch.
But
He said,
even shout out to
Bitch ass
Two-Tone. Even
HOD.
Two-Tone threw some shots at Inoue.
yeah, but we know that Two-Tone is not, how can I say, Two-Tone just started getting into boxing. He's not a hardcore. He's getting better at his own, but Two-Tone got his own shit going on. Two-Tone's good money, so I can't say that. That's my nigga. But HLD was sticking up for you recently, too. Because they was talking about some shit with, it had nothing to do with Tio. I forgot what it was, but HLD, oh yeah, HLD was just, I forgot what it was, but he stood up for you. Even though he won't be on your channel, but he stood up for you on some other shit. I forgot what it was, but he did stick up for you.
Shout out to
Well, I'm gonna tell you
Two-Tone.
right now. No, yeah, Two-Tone, my nigga. I fuck with Two-Tone. But yo, the brunch party, we set up a brunch party for that.
Man,
night,
you a
for the-
biased fat house bitch.
Nah, you know what I'm saying about Two-Tone? He keep the same energy. He'll root for
I
somebody.
only seen a couple of clips. They look like they were biased. That's
He's
it.
not a fanboy though. He keeps the same energy. He'll root for you. He do everybody got their own way. He got his own shit. I can't explain it. They keep the same energy. He's not a fanboy because he'll turn on
Do you
like
still
a
go out there? Do you still go out there? I know back in the day you still rock with H Money. You still rock with that G?
I don't be on this panel like that. But I got
That's what Two-Tone said. He said, "I'm watching the fight, and I can't say Inoue is better than Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney."
And I agree with him. Like I said, you can't put him on.
But who watches a fight like that? Like, I'm not watching Inoue to be like, you know, man, he's not better than Shakur. Like you're not watching it to watch like a great fight or to watch the fight. You're watching to downplay him with these fighters. You telling me that when you watch Inoue, you was pitch? What about
Nah,
Shakur
bro,
Stevenson
you
fought
can't
Anthony
agree
Santos?
with that. Shakur Stevenson, if he fought Nonito Donet, he wouldn't be knocking out no Nonito, bro. He wouldn't be knocking
Come
out
on, man.
Stephen Fulton. Somebody like Naoya Inoue, he's got such impact, power and skills that he will definitely take them out of there. Some of them, so you can't say that.
But this is but Two-Tone, shout out to Two-Tone. Two-Tone say he also said that he a casual. You know what I'm saying? But this but look at the sentiment of this. This is how people look at this is what they want to say about Inoue. I'm watching the fight. I can't say Inoue is better than Shakur. What does Shakur and Devin Haney has to do with you watching the fight with Inoue and fucking Picasso? It's to shit on them. Has nothing to do. They got no. They has nothing to do with nothing. They can't do what fucking Inoue does. I don't look at Shakur and I don't look at Devin Haney and be like, oh man, they don't do the fucking what Inoue does. They sure can't do what Inoue does. They ain't no fucking monster in Devin Haney and Shakur put together, bro. You could smash them up together, bro, and call them Shakur Haney, and they can't fucking do what Inoue does, motherfucker. They can't do that.
Hey, Low Nose.
You must be out your fucking mind, bro.
Hey, Low Nose. Are you there?
Shit, bro.
Low Nose has got
That's what I mean about how the fuck can you say that? When I look at it, I don't even think he better. You smash fucking Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, mix them all up, call them Shakur Haney, and they can't fucking knock out a fucking kindergarten, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. Inoue is a fucking monster for a reason. Nigga, we never seen him run. We don't say, ain't no fucking turkey out shake saying, I don't want to see no Tom and Jerry with Inoue. Huh? When he's talking about breaking faces, bloody nose, broken skull, he's talking about Inoue. He want to see that. Fuck out of here, bro. Hell no, I don't want to compare. Do you think I want to see Inoue turn into a Devin Haney and Shakur? As a matter of fact, that's the reason why motherfuckers is critiquing Inoue. Or he went 12 rounds. It was a shutout. Remember what I said? Remember what I said in your channel, Rap Soul Boxing Odds, when we was comparing Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson? And I said there's expectation, there's standards with Teo that is not with Shakur Stevenson. So when you got more standard for Teo, there's more criticism to give him because Teo just can't afford to go 12 rounds like Shakur. Shakur goes 12 rounds. He outpoints his opponent, and that's it. That's all we expect from Shakur. We don't expect Shakur to hurt his opponent, knock out somebody. That's not what we expect. But we expect Teo to do that. The same thing with Inoue. We expect Inoue to be the monster every time he goes out. He needs to knock out, look impressive, put the hurt and everything. Speed, power, athleticism, explosive, pound for pound, high level knockout artist, and that's what we got. He got to come up every day to match that. So he does what Shakur Stevenson does. Oh, you know, I mean, look at his last two fights. Yeah, his last two fights looked at like what? What Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson does. Huh? Fuck out of here, bro. Nigga, you could stick fucking steroids and fucking Shakur and Devin Haney. They still can't do what Inoue does. As a matter of fact, I said, I want to see Ian. Matter of fact, I want to see Shakur and Devin Haney on steroids. I let it happen. I want to see it. I want to be entertained. Let me see if the entertainment value will go up. At least Devin Haney dropped his opponent. He dropped Brian Norman Jr. Shakur Stevenson dropped the fucking what's his name? The Pally, the electrician. But don't you ever compare? When I'm looking at the fight, I don't see Devin Haney, and you must be smoking that pookie fucking crack, bro. Stop.
I mean, you got to remember though, Punch. The American media, especially on the YTBC, the hate for Inoue hasn't just started today. It's been there for a long, long time. When they were saying about Inoue, well, man, this man hasn't fought anybody, bro. He need to fight an American, bro. You remember that? There was about 1 year We used to go on channels. Man, this guy, bro, he ain't fought no American fighter. He need to fight an American gifted fighter like Stephen Fulton, man. And then when
Steven
he did
Fulton at the
that,
time was
now let me cook. Let me cook. When he did that punch, the Americans were like, oh man, but you know, Stephen Fulton, he had to go to Japan. It's always Inoue got to fight in Japan. They always got something to say about Inoue, bro. The Americans have never showed him love like that. You got to remember that. You understand what I'm saying? They've always felt a certain way about him being from the other side of the pond and him being greater than American fighters. Americans don't like that, bro.
Listen, Inoue gets a pass because when he did beat Stephen Fulton was on some, not all, but he was on some pound for pound list near the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Inoue's resume is not that bad. I feel like it could be better. It's not that bad. It's not like not.
What?
Like,
Say it
not
again. Say it again. You just said Inoue gets a pass. A pass from what?
as far as being consistently put on the top 4, top 5, because he's been consistent with his performances despite the knockdowns. He's been annihilating dudes. I gotta give him that. He's been beating everybody.
This is the ring ranking right here. Check out the ring rank. The ring rank. That he beat the number 1. That he beat the number 2. That he beat the number 3.
Yeah, what I'm saying is
that's the ring ranking right there. He beat the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3. Well, fuck
Yeah,
more than you need. That okay? So that's like.
And let me tell you something, Punch. I even know who Shabazz Massoud is. I met him in the Royal Oaks, in a boxing event. He ain't doing shit to Inoue. Inoue will fuck him up, and he's from England. I'll tell you that now as well.
What I'm saying is, Lolo's boxing. You said, yo, he got to Teo at 140. He got to beat them all. He got to beat the best at 140. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what did that shit in his division, but because you don't know him, you don't know them. You don't like, oh man, his resume ain't looking up to par.
I'm gonna give you an example, Punch. I'm gonna give you an example right now, right? Like 147, the best of 147. Let's be realistic. It's trash. You got Rolly, you got Pitbull Cruz, you got fucking the other guy that Eddie Hearn don't even want to pay Devin to fight for. That's not a pound for pound rookie resume, right? Theo on the other hand at 140.
Pitbull Cruz at 147, bro.
I'm just trying to give you an example. My fault. Barriers. Now Theo on the other hand at 140 is a different echelon than what he knew he had in his division. Theo got Hitchens, a fucking undefeated slick black fighter there's people that favor him. You got Subaru.
He just fought an undefeated guy. Picasso was undefeated.
I'm just saying. Once again, is he Junko Nakatani? Is he Junko?
This trying to find excuses not to like Inoue, bro.
No.
Hey, yo, Low Nose. As a grown man, you need to go hear yourself afterwards.
No, my nigga, why nobody?
You sound like a man that's making excuses for everything, bro. You're making excuses for greatness, bro.
Why nobody was
You're just
talking
trying to
about
downplay the man. Go watch this later. And you see that you sound like a low-key hater.
Nobody's talking about that dude like Junko.
You're trying to hate on Inoue because his eyes are not as big as yours. That's racist,
He's not
bro.
bad. No. His opponent is not Junko Nakatani.
You're trying to hate on Inoue because he don't look like you, and the Japanese people are not like you. That's some fucked up shit, bro.
I had to stand up for you too last night because I was on a panel and I was drunk. Before I had my own live, let me tell you, I had a wild night. I was out last night. I went on a date.
I don't want to.
No excuses of you being drunk that you're hating on a Japanese fighter, bro.
They say drunk people tell the truth. So I'm telling
the truth when you're drunk. How much do you hate Japanese people and Chinese people?
I was being called racist last night, bitch. Oh, because
this is Asian hate, Punch, to the max.
Asian hate. That's what it is.
Asian hate. They're still blaming everybody for the COVID today.
They called me racist last night.
That's what they drummed in their head from Asian hate.
Listen to this, Punch. I was called racist last night because I said that Teofimo Lopez slick black style is more slick black style than any slick black fighter. I said that. I said Teo. Everybody shits on Teo.
Why he can't have the Latino style? Why
he can't
have the, why
no, he doesn't. Let me tell you. Let me go to me, brother. Because just like Triple G can say, "Oh, Mexican style," I'm giving them niggas props. let's be realistic. In boxing, the best elite, top of the Mount Rushmore, and I gotta give them credit, is the Morenos. They are. They're the top. Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Floyd. Tio can do all the shit they can do. So what I said last night was Tio can do all the shit that the current slick black fighters do, and he does it better. Because all these niggas that be saying that Tio's not from New York, I said Tio's more New York than all these niggas. This nigga was doing the 52 blocks. If you from the streets of New York, you should know, Punch. The 52 blocks, that's New York to the fucking core, nigga. He beat niggas up and he doing showbone. He doing the 52 blocks. That's some shit that started in Rikers. Tio's more fucking New York than Hitchens and all them niggas. The only person I ever seen do that was fucking Zab Judah and Maestro Camacho, bro. So niggas got mad behind that shit. Because I said Tio is a more slick black fighter than today's slick black fighters. Slicker than all them niggas without having to be black. You feel me?
How about this? How about this? That fucking why you can't say Tio got an Asian style like Inoue?
Because he doesn't. He doesn't.
What do you mean he doesn't? You ain't see fucking Inoue. See, you never you know what I noticed? You never watch Inoue fight.
I did. I watched him fight Stephen Floyd.
How many times you watch Inoue? Be honest. How many fights you watch Inoue?
Not that many. For me,
fights.
When I think of an elite Asian style, I think of Manny Pacquiao.
Be honest. How many times you watch Inoue fight?
The only one that I seen live was Stephen Floyd. I was in the morning going to the beach. I was driving to Jersey Shore at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was watching.
That's what I mean, Lo. You talking and you making all these opinions about shit that you don't even know. So you don't know. You only saw Inoue one time. You only saw his fight one time with Stephen Fulton. You don't know his division.
Live. I watch his videos. The only time I seen it live, but I actually got up in the morning because in the summertime I was driving to the Jersey Shore at 7 o'clock in the morning. I was in my car driving on the road, and I put his fight on my phone when I was driving to Jersey Shore to the beach.
Why you don't say he got but why you don't say he got an Asian? Why you can't say Tio got an Asian style?
Tio don't got an Asian style. He has a combination. He's a hybrid. He does things that the old school fighters do.
So tell me, how does Inoue fight?
He has good fundamentals. He kind of reminds me a little bit of a fundamental version of Manny Pacquiao. But Manny Pacquiao is more
nothing like Manny Pacquiao, bro. He doesn't fight nothing like Manny Pacquiao.
He's just using Asians to Asians.
He's just
comparing Asians to Asians, bro. He's trying to separate the Asians to the rest of the world, bro. Hey, you watch my next live. I'm going to be cooking you low nose on my next live. I'm going live next. These Americans are delusional, Punch. Everything just to make an excuse.
Why don't you save yourself, bro?
I'm going live.
You don't know
I'm going live. What?
He said he fights like Pacquiao. Pacquiao's southpaw, man.
Pacquiao's nothing like him, bro. You just using chopsticks with chopsticks.
My nigga,
that's bullshit, bro.
Let me ask you a question. Are you still going to the Blue Haney dinner, the steakhouse dinners?
Don't worry about that, bro. I love Asian women too. Do you like Asian pussy?
Absolutely, bro.
So stop playing games, bro. Stop hating.
How about this? Lono's boxing. How about if you fuck a chick and they tell you and she tells you fuck like a black dude? Would you feel good about that?
No, because of nationality.
What would you tell her? What would you tell her? That you fuck like what? Like a Puerto Rican, right? Or you fuck like yourself?
I make love.
So how about if a girl says you make love like a black dude?
That's not a compliment at all because.
All right. So when you say that doesn't mean that everybody would like that compliment. Even if you tell a black fighter you fight like a Mexican, or you tell a Latino that you fight like a black, or what's.
It's not the same.
Because when you say that Tio fights like got a better black,
he said it himself, bro. He said it himself that that's the style he adapted, my nigga. And his athleticism can do that. Because if anybody had the fucking athleticism to do it, they all be doing it. But they can't do it because that's not easy to do. Tio does it, bro. He can fight like them, and he still got a mixture of the Latino style in a way.
So Inoue got the Japanese style, that Asian Japanese spring roll style, huh?
Cobra Kai.
You got the shoulder roll. We got the spring roll, bro.
Yeah, the spring roll. Whatever, man.
Bro, he got it all.
But I will tell you, Inoue retires today as the first ballot Hall of Fame. I can't
So
deny that.
how Cotto fight? He got a Puerto Rican style.
Colo has a Puerto Rican style because his left
What
hook.
is the Puerto Rican style? What is the Puerto Rican style?
Puerto Rican style is a
Like
little bit more
the
of a hybrid. Puerto Rican is more of a hybrid because our great fighters, they were different styles. You had guys like Camacho that was super athletic. You had Benitez that was slick with great defense and head movement. You got Gomez who was all around great. You had Cotto who was a good boxer that could put pressure and
So
break
that's
you
all
down to the
different
body.
styles. That's all different
Yeah, you got
styles. Is Edgar
Trinidad who
Berlanga got a Puerto Rican style?
no, hell no. Edgar Belanga's not a Puerto Rican elite fighter, in my
So
opinion.
what is Edgar Berlanga? If he's not Puerto Rican, what's Edgar Berlanga then?
Edgar Blanca, I don't want to talk about Edgar Blanca right now, bro, because he already blocked me into this. I'm gonna keep my mouth to myself.
Yeah, because you be
Edgar
saying some
Blanca,
shit.
Edgar Blanca is a hip hop artist, bro. He's not an elite fighter, bro. So he got a Puerto Rican left hook? Yes. Puerto Rican fighters have great left hooks.
So
He's
okay,
strong.
so is there an Americanized Latino style style would you compare Bam Rodriguez to Canelo Alvarez? Is that a Mexican style?
Bam Rodriguez, right? A lot of people say Mexican styles, right? But there's been a lot of Mexican styles that would not just all come forward, hit me with your best shot. Salvador Sanchez had skills. He had footwork, but he was aggressive. Canelo Alvarez, he got skills. He got great defense. Even Chavez was underrated with his defense. Bam Rodriguez is a Mexican style fighter, but he also has slick movement. He kind of reminds me of a fighter back in the days called Orlando Canizales. I don't know if you heard of him. That's who Bam reminds me of. Orlando Canizales.
This is what I say, especially from elite fighters, because the elite fighters and the high profile fighters set the tone. In boxing, everybody's a one of one. Nobody got Mike Tyson style, and nobody's effective with Mike Tyson style. Nobody got Oscar De La Hoya style. That's Oscar De La Hoya. Nobody got Sweet Pea. That's Sweet Pea. Nobody got Floyd. That is Floyd. Nobody got Muhammad Ali. That's Muhammad Ali. You know what I'm saying? Foreman is
But
Foreman.
fighters
Evander is Evander. Usyk is Usyk. Tyson Fury is Tyson Fury. Wilder is Wilder. Teo is Teo. Shakur is Shakur.
But
Tank
I
is
see
Tank.
guys that take a little mixture of everything and they add it to their toolbox. Like I could see a little bit of Muhammad Ali and Tyson Fury. Not all the way, but I see some of it. You know what I'm saying? With Floyd, I see some things from Sugar Ray Leonard. And I see some things from James Toney. Or he mixes up his footwork. With Teo, I see some things with Floyd Mayweather that Teo does. And I also see some things from George Foreman and Ken Norton that Teo does.
You know
You know
what's
what I mean?
funny? You know what's funny that when people look at Shakur, right? And shout out to Shakur, they compare Shakur more like Floyd. But in all actuality, Teo is closer in style to Floyd than what Shakur is to Floyd.
I agree with you, Punch.
But nobody say it. But if you really look at Teo and Floyd and Pretty Boy Floyd, shoulder roll, catch and shoot, with Shakur, like I don't understand why people would compare Shakur to Floyd.
One of the best breakdowns you said in your channel, and just that we talk, I'll be criticizing you, but I tell you the truth too. And this is the one I'm gonna give you props in. What you said, what made sense with Shakur is more careful first than Teo, right? Their defense is different. When it comes to blocking punches, to keeping your hands back up, being defensively careful, Shakur is better at that, right? Teo is better at slipping punches. What Teo got that Floyd has is that Teo is not afraid to slip and stay in the pocket and counter. You know what I mean? You put yourself in position to counter. That's shit that not Roy Jones, that James Toney and Floyd did.
And Pernell Whitaker.
Yeah, Pernell Whitaker. Shakur's defense, and even Teo's not even as good as those guys, but Teo has better slipping punches than Shakur. Shakur is good at stepping out of range. And what I like that Teo does, Teo will hit you and then avoid your counter and hit you with his counter. The thing with Teo at times, he can get a little careless at times. That's why he gets hit.
The same way Bam does the same. Bam know how to stay in the pocket. He know how to stay in the middle of the ring. He know how to slip and count. And to me, that's defense to me.
Bro, if you watch that Barboza fight, bro, I watched that fight so many times. There's a lot of moves in that fight, bro. Teo did a lot of level shit in that fight. Like I see him throw a right hand, a jab, Barboza will try to come over the top, and he'll shoulder roll, catch him with an uppercut, and then roll underneath. I see some shit where he gets a cross arm block. He blocks him with the cross block, cracks him with a left hook. Barboza try to hit him, and then he rolls underneath and hit him with the right hand to the body. Like, bro, Teal's defense, low key, has got a lot of people say, oh, in the rematch with Loma, Teal, even though his best performance was Loma, Teal's gotten better, bro. I don't care what niggas say. His defense in the Loma fight wasn't what it is now. His defense has gotten a lot better.
Well, boxing doesn't look at it that way.
Teal,
Boxing
yeah,
today looks at Shakur Stevenson as the whole complete fighter, and they look at him as the chosen one, and why he's such a strong favorite against Teofimo Lopez. The reason why Shakur is the one that boxing is banking on is they believe that he has the style to upset any style, and there's not a blueprint to beat him.
Consistent. Shakur's been more consistent.
Shakur is the one that boxing is behind. You understand?
No, he is. But the truth is, it's better for boxing for Teal to win. Because Shakur.
So why is Shakur a favorite then?
Because Shakur's been more consistent with his performances, with the exception of the other side.
So the Lomachenko, Matrix, and Josh Taylor didn't matter then at the end.
It should matter because Shakur never faced that.
But it didn't, did it?
Listen, you and I both.
If you want to talk facts, bro, the facts are Teofimo is getting out overlooked because even though he beat the great names, boxing has overshadowed the bad things that he's done. You see, but Teofimo has done greatness, but he also has shown a lot of flaws.
Yeah, but his flaws hasn't been that bad. Like
but that's how they're looking at him, bro.
It don't matter how they fucking look at him. It doesn't matter what's reality and what he's gonna do. At the end of the day, see, you caught up with that Bill Haney shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that don't mean nothing. They can say whatever you want to say. Like me personally, even though, don't get me wrong, the Jermaine Ortiz fight in the eyes of many was controversy.
But this brother's making sense that if Shakur wins, they're gonna generate more American dollars. Because people don't like Teofimo.
Let me tell you right now, this might work bad against Shakur because once again, Shakur hasn't shown me that he trusts his defense at the highest level. Because when he fought De Los Santos, his defense was just jumping out. He wasn't slipping, nigga. If you watch Chavez versus Pernell Whitaker, Pernell Whitaker was bringing it to Chavez. There was rounds where Whitaker was slipping him and beating Chavez up to the body and backing Chavez up. Shakur hasn't shown that against guys with power and speed. You feel me?
Until that's not what the boxing money, the journalists, and the Americans, the hardcore Americans, they believe that Shakur Stevenson is the man who's the favorite and the more complete fighter, bro.
I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. Me personally, Gervonta Davis focused, beat Shakur Stevenson. I never picked Shakur against Gervonta. Don't get me wrong. Gervonta might be going through the shit. I always said Gervonta, for me personally, is the most complete fighter out of that whole bunch because he's the only one that showed he can cut the ring off against a runner. You put Frank Martin in there against all them niggas, Frank Martin will give all them niggas fits. Gervonta Davis walked him down and broke him down. That shit with Lamont Roach, I don't know what happened. He had personal shit, whatever the case. I think Gervonta is more complete than all of them. That's just my opinion.
You know what Shakur's gonna do for his American people? He wants to go up there and beat Teofimo and make the belt vacant for his brother Keyshawn Davis.
That's why he's bad for business. It's bad.
Yeah, but that's how they're looking at Teo. They want to do Teo and take the business away from Teo and bring it to Keyshawn Davis.
That's okay because that's the kind of shit that we thrive on. Because Keyshawn Davis can have his opportunity next. Because after we beat Shakur, that's the next fight. I don't even care about the
the analysis is like people. It feels like people are banking on Shakur to run. That's what it is. Because if it's about that Teo, Teo got a problem to cutting the ring off. Y'all banking on Shakur to run. That's what it is.
It's a double standard punch because when Shakur and Devin run against anybody else, they get criticized, right? But if somebody runs against Teo's the one getting criticized because he couldn't cut the ring off.
It's a hate.
So what you're saying is there's a fan base out there who's cheering Shakur on to go run from this motherfucker. Run
Because
from
yes,
this bitch
because
ass, man.
I'll give you an
Get on his
example.
hand.
Jermaine Ortiz versus Tio, right? If you really watch that fight, that nigga wasn't even landing punches like that. He wasn't landing no clean punches. Sando Martin did better because of the knockdowns, right? Jermaine Ortiz, for me, only won 4 rounds, bro. It was close. Tio, I'm not giving Tio a pass because he looked it bad, but he did better than what Jermaine did. And with that being said, if Shakur would have done that, which he did do that, Shakur got crucified. When Devin does it, they get crucified. But if you do it against Tio, you get
Yo, if
praised.
Teofimo Lopez would have performed like Shakur Stevenson did William Cepeda with William Cepeda, they would have crucified Tio.
Mm.
If Tio would have performed the same way Shakur performed versus William Cepeda, and that would be Tio, they would have
He did.
criticized Teofimo Lopez.
He did get crucified. And you know what's crazy? And don't get me wrong, I gotta agree and disagree. When Tio fought Claggett, right? Claggett is not as decorated as Cepeda, so that's the difference. But even though Copy Bank said that Shakur got hit more, I think Shakur got hit less. Tio got hit with cleaner shots, and he was all over the place.
See,
doing
when Shakur gets, I agree with Low Nose. When Shakur gets hit, Shakur fucking moves away with the punch, so he doesn't look no way near as a punch like that.
No, the thing
Right.
is, I always compare Tio versus Claggett. The difference is,
So
when
you
Tio
already
versus
agreed that
Claggett-
Teofimo has worse defense and he gets hit way more than Shakur.
No,
You agree with that?
listen to me. In certain areas, because Tio gets careless and he also commits more. But when he fought Claggett, I gave Tio every single round. When Shakur fought Cepeda, I gave Cepeda maybe 3, maybe 4 rounds. But I seen Tio get hit more against Claggett. Even I don't care what the numbers say. Tio got hit more against Claggett. Maybe because he's bigger.
I mean,
And he did
Tio
like-
even had a black eye against Claggett, but he
Yeah,
won virtually all the
it's
rounds.
not about the black eye because he always gets marked up. But I did see him get hit more, right? Especially with jabs. And he was doing a lot of unnecessary movement. Sometimes you're moving too much. You're
So
doing
how
a lot
does
of.
Teofimo beat Shakur though?
There's plenty of ways he can beat him. If they stay in the middle of the ring and box counter for counter, I think Tio's reflexes will get the better of him. I think Tio adjusts. Shakur's combinations a little bit. How can I say? He throws the same combinations a lot. Tio has a better range of punches selection. Tio's more creative. He throws different kind of combinations. If Tio goes in there and follows him around the ring and gets frustrated, like he did with Jermaine Ortiz, he loses the fight. But if he gets confident and keeps it in the middle of the ring and boxes Shakur, hurts Shakur, and then Shakur might try to move too much for his own good, it could work against Shakur because it's going to leave a bad it's going to be a bad impression of the judges. And if Tio can mix in his showboating, that's an also good impression. If Tio wanted to be a boring fighter, he could do all that shit them guys do. He could, but he doesn't. If he stays in the middle of the ring, let Shakur come to him or let him match him in the middle of the ring, I think Tio beats him that way. He got to mix in, cut the ring off, but you don't want to put the whole fight of chasing Shakur. Because if you do that, until I see Tio cut the ring off effectively, I can't say that's a good look because I haven't seen him do that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I think Tio should not follow Shakur around the ring because if he does, even if Shakur just runs, they're going to give it to Shakur. But it depends how it plays out. You know what I mean? Tio got to be flashier. He got to throw combinations. He can't throw one punch at a time. He got to let off his combinations because Shakur's going to get off punches. Shakur, for me, is more accurate than Tio. That's one thing.
Yeah, but my thing is Teofimo Lopez has shown he's fast fighter. Can Teofimo Lopez be more fast to throw the first punch and actually land on Shakur? Can he actually be the one to dictate the pace? Can he be the pressure? And we know he can be. He's a bigger puncher, but can he cut off the ring, forcing Shakur to fight at his pace?
I don't know about cut the ring off. That's why I want to see. That's why I want to see Shakur cut the ring
Teofimo
off.
has advantages, bro. He's got size and strength advantage.
But when's the last time we see Shakur cut the ring off? Them niggas don't know how to cut the ring off, bro. One thing I learned about this generation, they don't know how to do it. It's either you slick or you
Stop.
you slick.
I don't want. Here we go with the generation. Guess what? Low-nose boxing. Some people in the past could cut the ring off, but people in the past didn't run like motherfuckers today.
You always have
Who run? Who was known for running back in the days?
I'm gonna give you an example. There was a fight, Pernell Whitaker, who was one of the slickest fighters of all time. The fight before he fought Oscar De La Hoya, he fought a slick Cuban fighter by the name of Diabetes.
Bro, Sugar Ray Leonard ran from Marvin Hagler half of the fight.
Hold
He
on.
ran from the like he was moving a lot.
Listen. Going into the Oscar De La Hoya fight, Pernell Whitaker fought a Cuban nigga that was an Olympian, right? That was the first time I've ever seen Pernell have to chase somebody down. He fought a dude that was moving around and that was giving him trouble. Pernell had to force himself to cut the ring off, and he eventually knocked him out in the last round, and he was behind on the scorecard. So the moral of the story is, counter punches give counter punches problems. Look at Bud Crawford when he fought the Mean Machine, right? Before he knocked him out, Mean Machine was giving him problems, right? We've never seen Shakur in the ring with a counterpuncher. I'm not saying that Teo should go in there and just counterpunch the whole night. I'm not saying that. You got to mix it up. But Shakur has never been in there with a guy that's just as fast as him or faster that can counterpunch effectively. We've never seen that. If Teo could mix that up and also mix up coming forward, cutting the ring off effectively.
Nobody we like in boxing, and I've been to camps, I've been in gyms since fucking 10 years old. People don't train to cut the ring off from a runner. They practice to cut the ring off with somebody that's still boxing, still trying to be effective, even in the outside, but not from running. You don't train to cut the ring off of what Jermaine Ortiz did in the 12th round.
No, you train somebody that's not boxing.
That's the reason why even Tito Trinidad couldn't catch up to fucking Oscar De La Hoya in the championship. You don't train you don't train to chase.
And Trinidad knew how to cut the ring off. But Oscar was running. But what I'm saying is, see, Shakur, I give Shakur more of the benefit of the doubt than Jermaine Ortiz. Shakur's a winner. Shakur's gonna move. He's gonna try to win. Right? With Ray Leonard, right? When he fought Tommy Hearns, near the second half of that fight, Ray Leonard had to come forward because Hearns got on the back foot and started boxing him. And Ray Leonard figured it out. He figured out how to get to him and cut him off and eventually get him up out of there. That's why I say the mother niggas was more skilled because they was able to make that adjustment effectively at the highest level. We haven't seen that today.
Fighters know, because back in the days, fighters knew this is the hurt game. And you and those four criterias, the effective aggression, you gotta hurt your opponent, you gotta land some punches. Those shit really counted. You don't win a fight like that. When Mayweather, and he has some fights where people feel like, okay, he's just pity padded, he's not really as money made, and he started winning like that. But because of his money and the influence and stuff like that, then the evolution see that Floyd Mayweather was highly successful in fighting that way, then they evolutionized that you could fight like that and win fights. But in all actuality, that's not the way that the sport should be moving. No, anybody should be saying that's whether you win fights. That's why Sando Martin lost. That's why Jermaine Ortiz lost, because he wasn't effective doing that.
Look, my main thing is this, Punch. Shakur Stevenson always have a way that he wants to fight. It's about Teofimo getting Shakur out of his game plan and not letting it be Shakur trying to box the way he wants to box. Now, that's going to be a tough situation because there ain't no... Look, Shakur is going to make sure he fights the way he fights. That's it. You know what I mean?
Shakur doesn't care about the crowd. That's the thing that Shakur... One thing about Shakur, right?
Very composed.
When people say ring IQ, right, my argument is that Teo has matched his IQ on the highest level, but he's also showed chinks where he allowed himself to get frustrated. Shakur, on the other hand, is going to stick to that game plan. He don't give a fuck how boring it is. He's going to stick to it. However,
he does get frustrated. That's what I mean. There's this narrative that Shakur is good, and he's one of my favorite fighters as well, alongside with a Teo. Of course, Teo is my guy, but I'm just saying that. But the narrative is like y'all paint him like he's perfect. Let's not forget that versus Artem, he's arguing with his pops, with his grandpa. He's arguing with him. And then he's looking at the crowd, and Bud Crawford is telling him what to do. And what he kept on saying each and every, I got him, I'm gonna knock him out. This is the round I'm gonna knock him out. So if you keep on saying each round that you're gonna get him, you're frustrated. You're frustrated because you haven't got him.
You're right. And he also
So
said
why
himself.
they say that he doesn't get frustrated? Because because we seen Teofimo Lopez get frustrated from somebody that's running from him. Any fight, that's why when you see a fighter to be like, yo, come on, let's fight, bro. Come on, man. Like the whole crowd is with that fighter that's saying, let's go and fight, because the crowd is here to see a fight.
Yeah, but that's the difference. This is boxing, isn't it? One guy might want to go with the crowd and they're hyper that this guy's explosive, but it's the calmness, just like Lono said. There's fighters, they don't give a fuck about the crowd. They're in there to win. And that's the genius of boxing science. That man could be working off the jab and he ain't letting off big power shots. He's gonna outbox you in every motherfucking round.
That's when I come in and say, yo,
that's
so
boxing.
fans. So then when fans are looking at Teo versus Shakur, and the two names that's always brought up to that's what Shakur's gonna do is bring up Jermaine Ortiz and Sando Martin. Those two people lost. So fans shouldn't be saying, "Oh my God!" But watch, if Jermaine Ortiz did this and Sando Martin did this, what is Sando? Yeah, they both lost. At the end of the day, you're gonna have to take it from him. You're gonna.
But what they're trying to tell you, Punch, is that the Jermaine Ortiz blueprint is there, because all you need to do is throw more punches and make it so difficult so that Teo can't do much on you. So as long as you throw enough, you got lateral movement. You can make it difficult for him.
But guess what? But guess what? In that, just like there's fight by fight, a Teo learns from that.
Of course.
And then you know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna.
The more you throw, at the end of the day, you're also leaving yourself open to a great counterpuncher. Like Punch said, Teo's been in with that ugly style twice. Teo, to my knowledge, from what I've seen, learns, right? Maybe he didn't get it the first time, the second time. He's been in there with that style 2 times already. So we can say that he's been familiar. A lot of people criticize Barbosa, right?
But Lono's, you capping, bro. A counterpuncher's never going to beat fucking Shakur. You can't wait for Shakur, bro. You got to dictate the pace. That Teofimo cannot beat Shakur Stevenson, bro.
It's been done before.
A counterpuncher waiting around is not going to beat Shakur. Shakur will outbox you.
Other
counterpunchers take the pace.
Other counterpunchers have done it before, bro.
Well, it's very difficult. Teofimo got to dictate the pace. He got to be first. He got to be the one to. He got to be the one to dominate rounds. He got to box in there. He got to show technical ability.
I'm not saying
the whole package. That Teofimo you're talking about, he ain't gonna beat Shakur.
I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I'm just saying he got to
bring everything.
But the point is, he got to bring everything that he learned. He been in there with 2 fights against guys that run. He has to learn from that. And people say that Barbosa, right? He lost to. People say he lost to that white guy from Ireland. What's his name? What's the southpaw that he fought that gave him trouble? Sean McCombs, right? Barbosa made the adjustment 2 fights later, or 1 fight later, and went on to beat an even slicker, better southpaw in Jack Catterall. So if Teo makes the right adjustment, this is a lot of ifs, he can beat Shakur. But like you said, he does got to make it uncomfortable at times. But he can't just make the whole fight coming forward Mexican style, bro. He can't.
Yo, that's why I think that's why for me it's kind of different. I think that I've watched these fighters way longer than most, especially Teo. Like I've watched these guys. I really was into the amateurs and stuff like that and see how they develop. That when I hear people analyze Teo, analyze Teo like if he's Danny Garcia. Oh, he's just a counterpuncher. No, motherfucker does everything, bro. But that everything even with Lomachenko, he didn't wait on Lomachenko. He was still the one that's establishing the jab to the solo plex, establishing that straight right hand to the body and stuff like that. He invested to the body the jab and the right hand to the solo. He initiating the pace of that fight. He wasn't waiting on Lomachenko. He didn't wait on Josh Taylor. He didn't wait on Richard Comey. He didn't wait on these guys. He's not a counter puncher like Danny Garcia that's waiting on you and playing second. That's not Teo. Never been Teo. So I don't understand the way that he's all of a sudden being analyzed. Like the motherfucker throw
Yeah,
jab.
but you've seen him in fights, Punch, like the Stevie Claggett fight and the other fights, where sometimes he is not dictating. He gets lost in rounds, bro. He's waiting on the other fighter to make mistakes. So he has his ups and downs.
I want people to be. I'm just saying this on generalize. This is the fight that we all gonna watch, right? It's a fight that the whole boxing community is gonna watch. All I ask y'all, truly watch the fight, because even with that, Teofimo Lopez threw almost 900 punches. Trust me, throwing 900 punches is not waiting on somebody.
So are you telling the world that Teofimo can outbox Shakur in rounds as a boxing skill for skill?
Of course, yes.
So okay, that's what you're saying, yeah?
Yeah, just like I said with the Lomachenko.
Okay.
And everybody thought it was crazy.
So he can win this fight just by boxing.
Yeah. He always been a boxer.
You heard that, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He always been a boxer. He never been a knockout artist. I never looked at Teofimo Lopez like a knockout artist.
But you don't think he's gonna get
And he's more flashy at that. The flashiness is going to help him out as well, because his flashiness is also going to be more appealing for the judges. You got to understand that.
This what it is. People only looking to Shakur to outbox Teo. You don't believe that he's gonna hurt Teo. You don't believe that he's gonna knock him out. So the only vision that people have, if how could he outbox the boxer? Because that's already implemented in people's mind. That Shakur Stevenson is the best defensive fighter in boxing, and he's the slickest fighter and hard to figure out. That's already imprinted in the mind. Even though that Teofimo Lopez already shown you that at the highest level, I didn't knock out Lomachenko and I didn't knock out Josh Taylor. I outboxed the pound for pound fighters. He's a boxer, a slick fighter, a boxer that can out-slick you and can outbox you.
Well, he need to have all of that to beat Shakur.
The thing is, he's shown us all of it.
Yeah, but then he's also shown a lot of downfall.
Became a world champion knocking out Richard Comey. He became an undisputed at lightweight, outboxing the Matrix.
See, the problem is though, Punch, we understand his greatness. We've seen the greatness, but we've also seen the when he goes down a bit. We've seen his downfall a bit. We've seen his vulnerabilities a bit. He's got the greatness, but he's also got certain things is why they got Shakur as a favorite, because they believe if those guys gave him a bit of trouble, then they believe Shakur is the master of that.
So if people saying that his only blemish and his loss was George Camboso, why they don't say Shakur Stevenson need to go punch for punch and stay in the middle of the ring?
Because they believe that
he has a chance.
Don't you agree that the Sandor fight was so frustrating for him? Don't you agree that the Jermaine Ortiz fight was frustrating for him, regardless if he won and how he won? You can see that those are the reasons why they got Shakur, the master boxer. So they believe that Shakur is just going to be the guy to make it so difficult for Teo that Teofimo is going to be punching air a lot. That's what they believe.
I do agree that's what they see. That is the whole reason why they have to fight the odds. I do agree. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I believe that they're gauging it based on those performances. Yes, I do believe that.
They believe that, but they should have embodied that and take it to the next fight. You're doing this because you know what? You're going to do the same mistake that what y'all did with Nakatani going to the Richard Comey fight. After the Nakatani, they say he wasn't ready for Comey. And what the fuck he did to Comey?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean. We're watching this in live. This is our era. We're not listening to stories from 1970. We watch Teo not be what people not exceed his expectation versus Nakatani. And he goes into the next fight, knocks out the champion. And then he goes into the next fight and outbox the Matrix, in which people say he only got a puncher's chance. He's already proven to you that I win at the highest level. Either I knock you out, hurt you, or I outbox you.
Come up with a game plan. As much as they shit on his dad, his father shown that he can come up with a master game plan. Because that was a brilliant game plan, bro.
Also, let's not forget the fight that everybody was talking about in Times Square. That was the closest fight that who could be upset. They said that Arnold Barbosa will be the guy to upset Tio. They didn't think that Rolly was going to be Ryan, and they didn't think that Jose Ramirez. The closest fight in Oz was Tio versus Barbosa, and he whitewashed Barbosa.
12-0. 12-0.
So what are y'all watching that y'all don't understand? Y'all already watching. He's proving it to y'all in AET. He didn't get a vacant title.
Punch. You're talking about a fighter that you have praised all your life. It's not about Tio. This is about Shakur being the chosen one. Yeah? And you even know that the only time we're hearing you downplay Shakur a little bit is now that he's fighting Tio. Otherwise, you were cursing people saying that the skills are on another level.
Yeah,
this is not Teofimo, bro. They think Shakur is the next great. That's what it is.
And I still think he's great. I'm not downplaying Shakur. I haven't even said what I said about Shakur that he hasn't, that everybody has.
If this was Richard Hitchens, this would be more of a, okay, well, Tio can probably beat that guy more. Like, they'll give Tio more a chance. This is Shakur Stevenson, the next chosen one from Mayweather's, from the Andre Wards to the Crawfords, by the whole boxing world.
They choosing perception over reality.
Certified future Hall of Fame pound for pound #1. That's how they look at him, bro.
Well, that's how they looked at Tommy Hearns when he fought Ray Leonard. It remains to be seen at the end of the day. You know, Shakur Stevenson could come back and continue.
But Ray Leonard was the golden boy too.
Yeah, but it don't matter though. The point is Ray Leonard already had taken a loss before that. He got beat by Roberto Duran going into the Tommy Hearns fight. And Tommy Hearns looked like the one that was invincible. He was tall. He was knocking everybody out. And Ray Leonard had to fucking lose to Duran and then beat Duran to come back to Tommy Hearns. And he still beat Tommy Hearns. So we can't always go by that. You feel what I'm saying? He lost to Duran. And Duran lost to fucking Esteban de Jesus. And Duran went on to beat Sugar Ray Leonard. Do you think Esteban de Jesus could beat Sugar Ray Leonard?
Put it this way. Let me ask y'all a question this. We know boxing. Who was the chosen one? Who was the chosen one in Bud Crawford's era?
Errol Spence.
Nope.
Yes, it was. Errol Spence
was the chosen one in Bud Crawford's era. Bud Crawford's class.
Errol Spence.
No, it wasn't.
He was.
No, it wasn't.
Mayweather came out and said Errol Spence is going to be the next one.
No,
Errol Spence was the one. Yes, it was Errol Spence, bro.
Listen to my question.
You got blessed.
Who was the guy that was supposed to come out of that class? The one.
Chris Colbert.
No, I'm Bud Crawford.
He was chosen, bro. Chris Colbert was meant to be the one.
Not Chris Colbert.
Bud Crawford's class.
Keith Thurman was the most accomplished. I know you're going to say Thurman, but Errol Spence was the one who.
I know y'all don't want to mention the name.
Furman.
The name.
It wasn't Furman.
I said Thurman today.
Boo Boo.
Who I mean?
Boo Boo was the number one fighter.
Boo wasn't the chosen one, bro.
He wasn't in that weight class, bro. We're talking about the weight class.
He was the number one fighter in America, in which when he was coming out in the class of Bud Crawford, Thurman, Gary Russell, Deontay Wilder, well, all of them, he was the one that they said was going to be the next Andre Ward.
So was Charles Hatley.
No, it wasn't Hatley. It was Demetrius Andre, the number one fighter in America. He was the next.
Yeah, but who was he chosen by? America?
Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
I never heard of him being the chosen one. Maybe
yes,
I'm wrong.
My brother. That's what I'm saying. They don't want him. They don't want to say he was the one. He was the one.
Okay.
So Shakur could be the one, but he may not end up the one.
Like I said, when I gauge it, right, I look at Tio's best performances, and I look at Shakur's best performances, and when I look at it together, bro, I can't see Shakur beating Tio, bro. Do I see a world where he can get me frustrated? Yes.
Man, you've been getting a lot of fights wrong. Stop cursing the Drake curse. Are you sure you don't see Shakur beating Tio?
Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be shocked.
Everybody listen to this low nose boxing again.
I wouldn't be shocked. Hold on. There's a difference between it would be shocked. Like if Jose Vargas beats Tio, I'd be shocked. If Shakur beats Tio, I wouldn't be shocked.
Jose Vargas sparred Teofimo, and Shakur Stevenson's granddad said that Jose Vargas put hands on Tio.
didn't hear that shit. But that's okay.
And Shakur Stevenson also said that Ben Rodriguez hurt him to the body.
Yeah. And boy, that's sparring. Jose Valenzuela, they say stop Tio when sparring, right? Right? But that don't mean beat some Floyd Schofield supposedly stop fucking Debo the boogeyman of boxing and sparring.
But that's what I mean. Like again with Tio. Oh, that he did this. But what he do to Sean Porter? It's all right. It's online.
You know what I noticed? Everybody beats up Sean Porter in sparring. One thing I do notice that Tank beat him up in sparring. Devin beat him up in sparring. Tio beat him up in sparring. Sean Porter doesn't go hard on the niggas, I guess. I don't know. Sean Porter got a history. Every time I hear about Sean Porter's sparring stories, he's always getting beat up, even when he sparred Boots. And I'm not shitting on Sean, but I'm just saying, Sean probably just goes in there and really works with these guys. Because like I said,
I've been in the gym with Sean Porter.
They said Shakur beat him up. They said Devin beat him up. They said Tank beat him up.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been in the gym with Sean Porter.
Even Nestor Gibbs gave him a good fucking fighting sparring. They said, bro. Right, man. So you know about that.
I'm gonna tell you what Sean Porter
heard of that in my life.
Yeah, I'm gonna
tell you what sometimes Sean Porter does. See, Sean Porter, he spars to work on things. He's not sparring. Yeah. He's not working. He's not sparring to do a dog.
But what the fuck is he working with Ness for? What's he gonna work with him for?
But I tell you this: I've seen Sean Porter. I've seen Sean Porter take it easy, right? Working on movement, working on another for speed. He turned it up just for 5 seconds. Hurt his opponent, held him up, and say, "Are you okay? All right, let's keep on working." I see Sean Porter. No, I see Sean Porter live, inspiring. That motherfucker.
But with the young kings, Tio got the best of them.
If Sean Porter wants a dog, at that age, Devin Haney, he will dog him out the fucking gym. He will dog anybody out the fucking gym. If you wanna turn it up and not work on something at their age at the time, come on.
That's why I said Sean Porter must have been working. Because I always hear about Sean Porter. They said Tank got the best of him. They said Devin got the best of him. They said Tio got
just know that Sean Porter's dad even can fight. He slapped up, what's that name? Barbershop. He slapped
but that's a YouTuber. I mean,
Barbershop, bro.
Yeah, but that's a YouTuber. Barbershop's a YouTuber.
I'm only joking. Kenny Porter.
No, when you're an established fighter and you're about to do spar work, you going to want to impress. You, as a young one, is going to try the hardest. They just working with you. You know what I'm saying? This is your opportunity to prove yourself. But Porter's not proving anything to none of these young guys while he's sparring them. You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to go into, if you're a young guy and they tell you, oh, yo, you could spar, come and spar Bud Crawford. You going to go, I say, oh, shit, I'm going to go, fuck, I'm going to.
Hey, yo, I'm watching American channels right now. Punch is right, you know. American channels are talking about Inoue went all 12 rounds to a prospect. This is the kind of things they're saying about him. But you know what, though? In some respect, they would say the same thing about American fighters, too, because they're like that.
Yeah, American fighters in the beginning, I said that the Americans hate everything that's great and hate everything that they don't know.
Yeah, American
fighters throw their own fighters away. Let's be realistic. We all know that. Everybody knows that.
Do you guys throw your women away just like you throw the fighters away?
It depends.
That's why there's so many divorces in the States. Hey, yo, I'm gonna say this, man. I hope you brothers have a blessed. Let me finish. I hope you guys have a blessed 2026 and Low Nose Boxing. I hope you get some predictions right in 2026, yeah? And, yo, man, you guys have a blessed year, man. I'm out of it. I got to go live in 10 minutes as well. But I'm going to catch you guys in a bit. Peace.
God bless you, man. I got to get myself ready. I got to take a shower. Your punch. Have a good one, my nigga. I seen you was in my live last night. Yeah, I was drunk. I had a long night yesterday, bro. But yeah, good looking. Appreciate it, man.
You were drunk again?
No, last night I was drunk, bro. When you saw me on my live.
Wow.
I was drunk, bro. Yeah, bro. I was drinking. I was out that night, and then I was drinking coquito when I came home. I mean, I handle myself well, but I was a little nice. I gotta slow down. Lately, I've been drinking a lot lately, man. Gotta get back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? You too,
Man,
because we all struggle with that. And I heard you say before in previous videos that that's how you cope. We gotta get better with that. Because at the end of the day, God has given us a way to cope with things, and He don't want us doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know who God is. I know who God is, and as children of God, we gotta move accordingly to His will, not our will. You know what I mean? Because our will is not always the right. It's not. It's never the right way. You feel me?
facts.
That's that, baby. You know what I'm saying? With that being said,
Hello. Gracias por los pesos. Teofimo Lopez, the champion slayer. Tell them hello.
yeah,
They
man,
don't know.
with that being said, man, I'm gonna wrap it up tonight. God bless you, man. Enjoy your holiday. Have a good New Year's. You can follow me on Low Nose Boxing, and I'm gonna call it a night, bro. I gotta go to bed. I gotta shower first, man.
Hey, take a
Always a
shower,
pleasure,
man.
bro.
Tú
What?
quieres. Bye.
Como fue una rugía. What?
All right, man. Yeah, man. Boxing is becoming man toxic, man. We hate everything, bro. No, still here. Vete de aquí, ya, bañate. But if you look at the people that's hating on Inoue, you already know what it is. I don't even have to say it. It's sad, bro. It's sad. It's sad. Somebody that great, that's entertaining. Inoue is entertaining. Legacy reigns supreme. Well-mannered. He don't talk shit. That's why people like to see humble people. Humble. Father is trainer. Fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. The father and son collaboration, beautiful. His people support him, beautiful. Like, shows character. Fights were broken over the bone. Get dropped, gets back up. We'll give you a 12 round. We'll give you a demolish. Like, he voices the frustration. He gives you everything you want as a fight fan. Everything. Everything. Like, you could understand certain fighters hate and narrative that people could be frustrated because we want to see a fight. We want to see him fight this one. We're not even begging Inoue to fight somebody because he already fought everybody around his division. They're just hating of his greatness. They hating. And the ones that's hating is these American toxic fan base that don't care about that don't buy for boxing, that steal every fight, that always complain. Even if you're doing something great, you're complaining. We hate everything that's good. But anyway, man, this is my live, man. Tomorrow we back at it. Y'all already know. Hangover recap tomorrow. Love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.